I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. Shoot a shot.
Well, folks, looks like another heartbreaking loss for the Tigers. They go down in a nail-biter, 13-17. Back to you, Jim.
Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow, just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam, I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen them. I testified on.
Welcome back. 1317 Sports presents Get It Off Your Chest podcast part 2 with my brother, my friend, Mr. Ray Edwards Jr. For some, I call him Big Homie. Ray, I call him Ray, right? But to each his own. Part 2, I appreciate you coming back on, man. And, you know what I'm saying? And yesterday, of course, Super Bowl 59. You were rocking that Eagles jersey, my boy.
Yeah, you know it.
We rocking that Eagles jersey. Last night, the Eagles put on a show for the ages on defense. Period.
Put on the classic show.
Classic. And, that defense, we were talking before we jumped on this thing, that defense yesterday, that defensive front for the Philadelphia Eagles, man, they literally just dominated the game. They dominated the game. They dominated the season. And it showed that defense wins championships based off of that game. Boy got sacked 6 times, pressure 15 times, 2 interceptions and a fumble, final score 40-22. Wasn't even that close. So, we talking about Super Bowls. We talking about that defense, the defensive front, kind of go segue to, kind of what we were talking about yesterday, when you were able to, enter the draft early. And in the 2006 draft, which was a big draft for defensive ends, right? And you come out your junior year, you get into the draft, you enter the draft. You don't get drafted in the round that you want to, but you end up getting drafted in the 4th round. And again, we talked about some of the guys that got drafted with you on that team, and one was Chad Greenway. One word you had to describe for Chad Greenway was dog. I got it on here as a beast, right? Tavares Jackson, God rest his soul, right? And then, of course, a few other players that I'm not going to mention because I don't have the information in front of me, but they end up picking you in the 4th round, and you are an underclassman, all right? You coming in, and you came, when you got drafted, and you said you got drafted, you was like, it's business. It's time now. Now I got this chip on my shoulder because I feel like I should have been, drafted higher. Right. So you use that as your motivation going into your rookie year. Like you transitioning, big homie, from college, right, to now you go into the league and you have people who kind of help guide you from getting your, agent, right, and, kind of showing you the ropes in college when it comes to, your mentor, one of your mentors, and Sean Phillips, right? So now you get drafted, right? When did you end up having to, after you got drafted, how soon did you have to go out to Minnesota?
I think it was probably like either 3, it might have been 3 weeks, maybe.
Okay.
We had rookie mini camps and stuff like that. So I think it was like 3 weeks, I believe. Like, shit, that's almost,
I know, a long time ago, my boy. It's a long time ago. But again,
what I'm thinking about almost 20 years ago. Crazy.
For me, like I said, when it comes to it, man, I like to, if you can remember some of those things, it's beneficial for the younger audience and the aspiring athletes. So who don't know what to expect, right? Again, if you're not first round pick, first 2 rounds, they get shipped off immediately that same day. Yeah. So you go out on and you go out there in 3 weeks, right? Now, did you know any of the players that they drafted before you joined the team? Like, did you know any of the guys that did you know Chad Greenway? You didn't know him, right?
No, I just played against him. I didn't know him though, but we played against each other in the Big Ten because he went to Iowa.
Okay, now he went to Iowa
against each other. No, you pretty much just made everybody once you there for the rookie camp, and hopefully get along. Some guys I did, some guys I didn't. You know me.
Yeah, I already know. People, and of course, as we talked about in part 1, everybody has a story. You coming from some obscure, situation in from regards to, just making it in Cincinnati, just, having that focus and having all that stuff going on around you, with the environment and, having your mom and dad, right. And having your grandparents and really just having to like grow up fast. Right. So I would say that probably kind of helped you transition when you got to a foreign place. Cause you going to Minnesota, that's a whole nother country up there.
Yeah, it definitely helped me out a lot, actually, just from the way I was just brought up regardless, and just, you had to make a way.
So
that was just me making a way.
So you get to camp, and of course, there's a lot of unknown, right? Because it ain't like you had an older brother, or uncle, or anybody who played in the league that like kind of like, hey, this is what you need to look out for. This is what you need to look out for. So you report to camp, and you like, do you like, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start. Is that your mindset, or you just like, I'm just gonna prove myself that I belong here just for my work ethic? Like, or was it a combination of both? Like, you're like, I'm gonna do this with my work ethic, and I'm gonna take that starting spot.
Me, T. I just put my head down and just kept working.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let what I do on the field speak for itself. It wasn't like they believe I should start. I started, if not, they'll find the role for me. But I know I'm gonna play. I know I'm gonna be on that field regardless if it's special teams or on defense. I knew I was gonna have a chance to contribute, I should say. So I just went out there and just bust my tail like I always do. I never really looked at, if I do this, I get this. I never looked at anything. I still don't look at anything like that. If I do something, I get this in return, because ain't nothing guaranteed. You just got to go out there and put your best foot forward. And that's how I do it in life, and that's how I do it. And that's how I did when I got drafted.
Yeah. So now when you got to camp, right? Like when you got to Purdue, you had Sean, right? Phillips, who kind of like took you under his wing. Like when you got to Minnesota, who was that person on defense who kind of took you under like their wing, you know what I'm saying, to kind of show you the ropes?
It just, I would say probably Pat and Kevin in different ways, especially Kevin on the field, more Pat off the field, and just how you need to move and how you put in the extra work and film studying and things of that nature. So I would say that really those two guys, my first probably 2 years, and then I just kind of found my own groove after that, and just kept working. Which, me, I put my head down and just get to work.
100%. I can tell you, man, I remember coming up there, you know what I'm saying, to visit you in Minnesota, and y'all had a camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? Like it was, Kennedy, number 76, 73. And especially early in your career in Minnesota, y'all, you and Kenny, you guys were rotational pieces. You know what I'm saying? And then they brought in Robinson from Texas, and then you guys were rotating in, and of course,
I was starting by then.
You starting.
You starting
your second year. Your first year, you rotating in.
Yeah.
Right now, did Robinson, defensive end from Texas, did he get drafted? He got drafted the next year, or was it the same year?
The year behind me, or 2 years behind me. Might have been a year or two behind me.
Behind you, right? Yeah. So he was there before you.
No, he behind me.
After you, that's right. After you, right. Hey, yeah. Speaking of Robinson, and shout out to him. No disrespect, but I remember you gave me a story about like when the coaches were cursing. When the coaches were cursing him because he went to University of Texas and he was coached under Mac Brown, right? And apparently Mac Brown didn't, curse at his players. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can stop me if I'm telling the story wrong, but I remember you told me like, man, it was so weird for me because like he didn't respond when the coaches cursed at him. It was like foreign to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that tickled me, bruh. Like, hey, yo, that shit.
Everybody come from different situations.
Yeah.
I'm used to getting cussed out from Little League.
Yeah.
And some stuff, when you get cussed, and sorry to say, but when you get cussed out so much growing up, and shit go on one ear not the other, like, man, like paying no attention.
100%. You listen.
They're upset about something. Sometimes they ain't got nothing to do with you.
So I was one of those people, like, and I used to say this to my kids, like, if they got in trouble, I'm a pretty cool cat, but if you bring it out of me, I'm on, everybody has it. So I used to always say, like, I'm mad. right? I'm mad. So when I'm delivering this message I'm about to give you, don't listen to the curse words. The curse words are for me because I'm mad. Listen to the message. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like with football, like you saying with the coaches, like, hey, all right, well, that one ear out the other, but I heard
I'm gonna take in the information that you're giving me, but you cussing at me and thinking you being tough or you being hard,
right?
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Right.
At the end of the day, especially out there, that stage in our life, we both grown men, Blair.
Right.
If you really wanted something, you know what I'm saying, get it off your chest, we can definitely handle that.
Right. Get
with,
it out
with no question.
100%. Yeah, and it kind of goes, to what I'm going into now. Kind of segues into what I'm about to talk about now. When it comes to that transition, right, from college, from high school, where you getting, coaches a little bit more, on you, whether it's cursing or just yelling or whatnot. To each his own how people coaching styles are, but I got it more so when I was younger. Then I got to college. And then it seemed like it was intensified. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the coaches, like it was intensified because they got to keep their jobs, right?
Right.
And then you get to the league. Now you got coaches who you're 20 years old, even though you're grown, but in the grand scheme of things, you're still a young
child.
Yeah, you're still a child.
Well, I was 21.
20. Well, you were 21.
I turned 21.
Turned 21.
Yeah.
Yes.
I turned 21 and I got drafted.
Yeah. So you when it comes to that style of coaching, the yelling and the cursing, do they do that? They do that in the NFL too?
Nah, not really. You might get yelled at more during practice, but most coaches then they don't talk to you like, listen, man, you got to do X. They don't tell you like, X, Y, and Z. Like you keep fucking up,
right? They gonna
ain't no game.
Next man up.
This ain't college. You're gonna get you up out of here. You gonna get cut.
Yeah,
they gonna talk to you. They gonna they keep messing up. Hey, I'm gonna need you to come see me in my office after practice.
Right. Business.
Y'all sit down and talk like men. Listen, I'm gonna need to do X, Y, Z, and that's gonna be it. Ain't gonna be no yelling and screaming. No.
Because I have seen it over the years, and I've seen it through you. The way you carry yourself as a business. When you're playing football, you carried yourself like you used to always say, "Man, this is my job." And a lot of people don't understand that when it comes to professional sports. Yes, it's entertaining for the outside world, but it's your job, right? Like this is your 9-to-5 job. This is, you get paid, but you got to go through a lot of stuff to get to where to get to that level. And everybody doesn't get paid or treated the same way depending on position and the position on the team or their impact on the team, right? So it's like it's a lot that goes into it. So but going back to that 2006 year, your rotational piece, that defense ended up being, from 2006 to 2009, 2010, that defense was one of the best defenses in the NFL. Of course, in 2006, 2007, 2008, you guys, one of those years you ended up, and it's in record books, you guys only gave up 2.3 yards, to the rusher, like a game. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that draft class, in your 2006 draft class, do you think, and I know the answer, but do you think that that draft class with Chad Greenway, Ray Edwards, etc., y'all made that difference, right? Do you think so?
I believe we had a great part in that expansion of that defense just because we was just hungry. Yeah. And especially like with great guy that came in there as well, they don't get talked about too much, was Cedric Griffin. He played at Texas as well, but he was a dog at cornerback. Like we just had great pieces in our team, and we just led by a whole bunch of veterans as well. It wasn't no whole bunch of young guys. We was like the young blood, but everybody else was 3-4 year vets. And we had Pat, which I think Pat might have been an 8-year vet. And we had linebackers who'd been there in that system and just been around long enough to, E.J. Henderson, dog at the middle linebacker. He was the brain of the defense. Then we had Antoine Winfield on the outside corner.
Winfield's son, cold for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Winfield's son, a beast. And he was a cool cat, dude. Short cat. Short dude, man, but straight beast mode.
Straight dog. Like I said, I take him over almost any corner that played ever in the league. Antoine Winfield.
He was smart, bro.
He just knew how to play the game. And then we had, white face, Dwight Smith back at safety. Then we had also Darian Sharper,
Yeah.
at safety. Then we had Ben Lieber at outside linebacker.
Yeah,
Who
bro.
else was another outside line? Like we
Y'all-
had
y'all
we had
had-
a squad, and the thing that made us that we knew, even just from practice and getting ready for the game plan, is ain't gonna be too many tackles out there. So if you better get active.
I'm
If you want some
telling you.
stats, you had to get active, and that's just how we played. Just a whole bunch of guys going after that one ball in the yard, and you got there, you got there. If you didn't, you didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a race, and that's just how we played with our hair on fire.
Right. So you on this beast mode of a defense, right? This is 06, right? You rotating in 07, you starting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you already mentioned some key names, right? That were just game changers, right? And then this is the thing that just busted it open for me. Boy, y'all get Mr. Jared Allen, bro, from Kansas City.
Yeah.
Now I'll be honest, like that's when I saw your game go up another notch because he's playing the opposite of you. Now tell me, now we talking about, for you guys who don't know, Jared Allen, who the newest enshrinee to the Pro Football Hall of Fame of 2025.
Yeah, I think first ballot too.
First ballot Hall of Fame, Mr. Mullet himself, right? So he was one of those people that I actually didn't have the luxury of hanging with. I see he did his own thing. So tell me how he helped your game. Did he help your game? Because again, I watched your game go up to another level, right? When Jerry gets there, right? Now he's commanding these double teams. He lassoing his shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all.
Yeah.
He bringing. I also saw that he brought more life and brought more character out of you guys. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, he definitely came and brought a different outlook. And like I said, he was a big money guy, so he had a little bit more freedom, which they usually did get. But he also was very productive as well. So he definitely helped just bring a different atmosphere. He basically kind of completed the puzzle.
Yes.
Because like I said, you had myself. I was only a second year guy though, but I was still putting up decent numbers, tough against the run, but really wasn't getting to the quarterback like that, like they basically wanted me to. Well, once again, like we talked kind of yesterday, I didn't have nobody teach me nothing. I played linebacker for my whole career. Then I went to college, put my hand in the ground for 2.5 seasons. And this on my really 4th season with my hand in the ground. So,
right.
You just learn. I was just learning on the job as anybody else. But now Jared definitely brought a different, like I said, he brought that flash. He brought that defensive end that you got a game plan for it. And I'm like, okay, he's good at that. I'm gonna be good at the run. I'm gonna get my sacks, but you ain't gonna be able to run the ball over here.
Right.
And we basically played that way. I was the strong side defensive end, and he was the weak side defensive end. And that's just how we played.
Yep, we
was able to stay on each side, and we was able to. I was left, and he was right.
Yep. I watching a lot of you guys' film and highlights. You talking about you stopping the run. There was a lot of times you were lined up, either on the inside of the tackle and in between the guard, right? Like just trying to plug up that gap, that hole, right? And so like a lot of people who don't understand, again, people who don't know football, who just watch football, they don't understand football. You're like, man, why is he not lining up on the outside of the tackle or the tight end? Like that's not his assignment. His assignment is not to sack the quarterback on this. His assignment is to watch the run and probably keep an eye on the quarterback so he doesn't run to the outside, right? So
pretty much play the run on the way to the quarterback.
Right. And
usually, I was usually to the strong side, which is a defensive end. I'm not defensive end, a tight end and tackle to me to block me.
Yes.
If that's the case. I'm usually, even though they be like, oh, you ain't getting double team like that. But I still got to play the tight end first because if the tight end reach me and they run the sweep, that's my fault.
Yeah.
Right, so it's a lot of catch-22s, but like I said, you get paid to do a job.
Right. So, when did you we talking about this defense, right? Now let's go on the opposite side of the ball because we just talked about Jared Allen, 2025 Hall of Fame enshrinee, right? First ballot, right? That's a Hall of Famer, right? We can go to the secondary, right? We can go to the secondary and we can go to, Darren Sharper. If Darren Sharper doesn't, do that bullshit, you know what I mean,
with the
women,
absolutely.
which I don't tolerate that shit. You don't tolerate that shit. Like,
No.
And you and I talked about that, a week or so ago. This shit blew my mind. Like,
listen, I done seen him with the baddest, so I'm like, I don't know what happened in that time and frame and what happened.
Right.
Like I said, at aside, him playing on defense on the football field,
they were big.
It's like, like R. Kelly, like we still listen to his music, but off the, out of the entertainment part of it, it just wasn't unacceptable.
Right.
Behavior, character, I should say.
100%. And so you had, you had Darren Sharper. So you talk about Smith, right? He's still there now. So
no. No, it's Dwight Smith.
Dwight Smith. Yeah, I'm about to say like that. He younger than us. Like he been in Minnesota for over a decade, but he younger than us. So you talking about Dwight Smith. Yeah. So you have Jared Allen, Hall of Fame. Darren Sharper, if he not on that bullshit, easily, I think he one of the top 10 safeties who ever played the game, if not top 5, right?
Right.
Now we go on the opposite side of the ball, right? You talk about practice and how, like, hey, y'all had this dominant defense, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had this dominant defense at practice. And I'm talking about this is pre-Brett Favre, right? So like when you came in, right? Who was your quarterback? Was it Brett? Who was your quarterback?
No, Tavares. Was our quarterback.
He was your quarterback when you came in.
Yeah. He was our quarterback, but they had somebody else. They brought somebody else in, an older guy.
Was it Brad Johnson?
Brad Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah, he the old school quarterback style.
Because they ain't like Tavares.
Right, because he's a rookie.
Tavares never got his real shake like he was supposed to.
Right.
But,
I rest his soul.
They brought in Brad Johnson and, set Tavares because, like I said, it's the league. It's right now. Especially back then. Now they get these cats a couple of years to kind of flourish and understand the game a little bit more. But back then it was either you can win now or we're going to get an older guy in here to help us win now.
Right. So Right. We on fast forward now, 06, 07, 08, right? You guys, did y'all make it to the playoffs in your second year? Did y'all make it? I don't think y'all did y'all?
No, I think we made it my third year. Third and fourth year we made it. And then our problem was on the other side of the ball was we had a rotation as revolving door at quarterback.
Yeah.
They couldn't find the right piece to plug in there. But the offensive line was solid, and that's what made us better on defense, especially in the run game. We had to go against AP every day.
Right.
Starting in 07.
Again, for you guys who don't know the initials for AP, he's talking about Adrian Peterson, another first ballot, gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer. If he's not, something's wrong. Period. So you got offensive line is a beast offensive line, which is led by Brian McKinney, right?
Brian McKinney, Steve Hutchinson.
Yep.
He's gonna be a first. If he's not all in them for Hall of Fame, I think he might be.
He
Steve
may be.
Hutchinson.
I gotta look that up.
Then you had Matt Burke. He was a great center. Then we had a couple of young guys on the opposite side that came in with me. They was Anthony Herrera and Phil Loho were actually the offensive line coach out in Colorado with Dion. So they had a great
beast
stuff.
Offensive line. I'm talking about
offensive line on that
up front on defensive line, offensive line. Y'all was stout, bro. Y'all were stout. So now you got 2 years. Your first 2 years, obviously, y'all don't make it to the playoffs. How is that when it comes to the locker room? Like, because everybody, you got cats who veterans, they get paid. You got some people who just there to get paid, right? You got some people who they're like, look, I want to win it. I want to win a chip, bruh. Mm-hmm. So, like, your first 2 years when you didn't make it to the playoffs, did you come across that with some players like, damn, bro, like, we ain't gonna win with these motherfuckers on the team? Like,
Yeah, some guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Guys like, shit, we ain't making them go ahead. But what they be saying in basketball, 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Can 1, 2, 3 Cancun, bro. Like they going to Cancun on their ass. So
And that's how, but you know, you got that at every level. You know, some guys are just there because you have New Jersey on, you get girls.
right.
You have some guys that want to actually be there and actually make a difference. And you got some guys who there, like I said, just want to collect the check and get going. So it's always a mixture of that. But at the end of the day, your core guys are the guys who there compete day in and day out and want to win.
So you don't make it to the playoffs your first 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, and just get and while we're on this right here, right, Ray, you picked in the 4th round, you know, and I want to just get this, I want to clarify this for a lot of people, right? Like, because a lot of people, they think that just because you got drafted, and we're talking about the NFL in particular, they think because you got drafted, now you just got this, you know, this abundance of money, right? So like
wish.
you getting drafted in the 4th round. That money in the 4th round ain't the same as money in the 1st round, right?
Different.
So your rookie contract, what was your rookie contract and getting drafted in the 4th round?
My rookie contract probably total was worth 1.3 maybe.
Right. And you get a signing bonus. So that's really where the, you know, when you sign up as a rookie.
Yeah.
Like, so your signing
really.
bonus was like $400,000.
Yeah, it might have been like $375 or something like that.
And that's
like after taxes.
Yeah, that's pre-tax, right?
Pre-tax and before agent fees.
Right, before agent fees, right? And the agent fee is what on the average, like
3%.
3%.
Well, back then it was 3%.
Right, 3%.
I don't know what it is now.
Yeah, so they negotiate them because the contracts are bigger. So you know, so, and again, I just wanted to clarify that, you know, because I knew all that already, big homie, from back in the day, right? So like, but our average friends, homegirls, homeboys, they don't know that, and so, you know,
they see it at 1.3. Like, oh, he got shit. He a millionaire.
Yeah.
No,
right.
I'm 75. Take taxes out there. I got 7. I got $750,000 after that.
Right.
Let alone living expenses and
Right.
taking care of grandma, making sure grandma ain't have to work. Like, it's a lot that goes into that, but people don't understand that. I mean, people never will because they, once again, it's still probably money they'll never see in their lifetime.
Right. Correct. And so I just wanted to get that out there because, you know, a lot of people, they have misconceptions when it comes to just because you playing on the field with Brett Favre, or you playing on the field with Joe Burrow, or you playing on the field with, you know, Josh Allen, or, you know, et cetera. They may be getting paid $50 million, but you know, you may have an offensive lineman who was had to fill in for the, you know, a left tackle, and he getting paid $500,000. Don't get it wrong, it's a lot, but it still ain't the same.
100%. Getting that 50
that big
piece.
bag, but that big bag. That big bag, boy, I'm telling you.
Right, that 50 piece.
So I had to get that off. So let's get back on track. So when it comes to now your second year. Now, when did Adrian Peterson get drafted after you?
Yeah, he came in 07. So
the year after, right?
Yeah.
So now we look, now we putting the pieces of the puzzle together when it comes to that team that ended up making it to the NFC Championship and one play away from going to the Super Bowl. We'll get there because that's like one of the most famous games in NFL history, you know, because of course, you know, you had Katrina, you had the Chief, the Saints and Drew Brees and, you know, XYZ. So right. you guys get Adrian Peterson, who was a dog. I mean, period. He's just a beast in college. Oh, he was
special.
He's special. He is a generational talent. And so you get Adrian Peterson at 07, and then, you know, y'all make it to the playoffs that year. No. It's the year after.
No.
Oh wait. Y'all make it to the playoffs. So now y'all have arrived. Y'all got the defensive line in order. Y'all got the secondary, the linebacker core is in order. You know, with Greenway and EJ and Lieber, right? Mm-hmm. Like y'all. And so now y'all on the defensive line, y'all killing it. Pat Williams in the middle, Kevin Williams in the middle, Jared Allen on the right side, Ray Edwards on the left side, right? And then you got your rotational pieces. Now we done drafted Adrian Peterson, right? And so now we get to now people starting to see y'all. That's when this defense is giving up only 2.3 yards a dang on carry. You know what I'm saying? Offense is moving the ball with the run, right? Now you say, we just need a quarterback, right? Now you fast forward to the next year in 09, that's when shit changes. Like
08, 09, yeah.
08, 09. Now when it comes to y'all coaching staff, was Childress, he was already, he drafted you, right?
Yeah, he was the head coach.
Right.
Yeah.
And the defensive coordinator, Leslie Frazier, was he already there or did he come in after?
He came after Mike Tomlin left.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin. Shout out to Mike Tomlin, bro.
Year, and then he came in, the next couple of years I was there for the next, next 4 years? Yeah, next 4 years I was there.
Yeah, 100%, and to each his own, everybody, you got favorite people, you got people who just don't believe in you and they got to give you that motivation, but ain't gonna disrespect Leslie Frazier. Hey, you still doing
he's a great coach. Coach. He just didn't know. He just couldn't understand and communicate to me the way that coaches understood and communicate to me. I got no disrespect to Leslie Frazier. He's a great coach, but once again, I was not somebody he felt he can control.
Yeah, 100%. So you got now you get Leslie Frazier, and of course, like you said, respect to him because that's when y'all defense changed, bro. Like y'all defense now went up a whole nother level, and so, but of course you're getting key pieces. So you fast forward now, you need a quarterback. Now you and I, big homie, basically our whole life, right? We watched this guy that y'all go get, which is Brett Favre, another Hall of Famer. May have some, off the field things or whatever, to each his own, right? But we're talking about this for football, like playing the game, right? So he coming now. Did you play against Brett Favre in Green Bay?
Yeah, I played against him in Green Bay.
Right, and this is right. Yeah. This is his last year in Green Bay. I think it was his last year.
No, he was the Jets before he came to us.
Oh yes, I know. I'm saying when you played against him, was he playing at the Jets or was he playing for Green Bay? Because
he played for Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay.
No, did he play for Green Bay?
Yeah, when you came in, he was at Green Bay, and then he ended up retiring, and then came back, and then
the Jets came for us. Yeah,
right. So now you like, okay, now when it comes to defense, like when the team is like picking up or looking for offensive player, like I know you think about the defensive side of the ball. Was there did you and some of your teammates on defense know bruh, we need a quarterback, bruh? Did y'all talk about that amongst each other? Like, bruh, we need, you and Pat, at the career, bruh, we good, bruh, but damn, bruh, we need a quarterback. Because, that's the type of shit that we talk about when we kids, damn, bruh, we good as hell, bruh, but damn, Dante sucks at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody trying to be politically correct, but we real people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to win. You don't want to be, get talked about on TV and they trash and da-da-da-da-da. So, did the players, amongst each other, some of y'all had personal relationships, right? Did you talk about that shit, Ray?
We really didn't talk about it, but we knew to get over the hump, we was going to need somebody who can slang that thing.
Yeah.
And then you got to put a point, no matter how good your defense is, we just knew we had to do our job on the defense side of the ball to not let nobody score. We know we didn't have the offense that was going to put up numbers, but we felt if we held you to 14-21, we can beat you. And that was just our mindset on defense. If we stop them, they give us a field goal. It's our job to make sure that the other team don't get a field goal. We didn't care about the other side of it. Don't get me wrong, we cared about the other side of the ball, but we knew we had to do our job to secure any type of win.
Right. So, but hey, it wouldn't hurt to have a motherfucking quarterback.
It ain't never. You put the points up, it makes our job, especially at defensive line, easier because we already know y'all gotta throw the ball, so we ain't gotta play the run.
Right. Y'all go ahead. Did you heard about when they went out and got Brett Favre? Now Brett Favre was he was in the end of his career, and he comes to Minnesota. Minnesota's biggest rival is Green Bay, right? How did you find out that y'all got Brett Favre? Did one of your teammates tell you? Do you see it on the news? I
was actually doing a press run, and they happened to let me know that we got Brett Favre. I'm like, hey, that's what it is. I'm like, but at the end of the day, I know the old Brett. I don't know the new Brett. Like, you know me, hey, you got to show me something.
Right.
I don't care what nobody got to say about you. If you can play, show me you can play. Still play, I should say.
Right, because
At that point, Tavares was my quarterback.
Right, because he came in
beat him out the job.
Yeah, he came in. He got drafted in the same draft as you, same draft class. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like coming to Purdue, you with your freshman class. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're gonna have you may have a little bit more connection.
Nice.
All right,
Yeah,
right,
and the Bible.
right. So you get Brett Favre. You like, okay, okay. Well, I know Brett Favre when I was growing up watching him on TV, right? Like, because let's put it in perspective. Like, you 22 years old. Brett Favre's 41 at the time. Like, he's half our age, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, he half our age, right? So you watching this man on TV, but now he's joining the team. Like, so, but obviously it ended up turning out well and kind of got you guys, over the hump in the playoffs. But let's stay on the beginning when Brett Favre gets there, right? Like, when Brett Favre gets there, right? You guys have on the offensive side, you got Adrian Peterson now. You got Adrian Peterson. You got Sidney Rice at wide receiver, and you got now for rookie Percy Harvin, right? Right. So he has weapons, and then you have Shanko at the tight end. Shanko, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Shout out to Shanko,
underrated.
Hey, listen, Shanko. You when you get on this show, my boy, we gotta put you on. You underrated, bruh. I'm gonna tell you, bruh. That year when y'all almost went to the Super Bowl, that man, like, he had like 10, 11 touchdown catches, bruh, that season, bruh. I'm like,
he was doing his thing.
He was doing his thing, bruh, like big plays. But so Brett Favre gets there. Now everybody, he on his own mission. You know what I'm saying? His mission maybe not too conducive to you guys. He done won a Super Bowl. He done won MVPs, right? This is basically probably just showing like, hey, you know what? I'm an old horse, but I'm still in the race. And I want to show you guys that I can still win some of these races. You can't, obviously he's 41 years old. Like, that's our age now, right? Like, and so that's a temporary thing, like you said earlier, like, it's winning now. With that type of person, with that type of player, he's a former franchise player. He's, just a game changer in the quarterback. And when it comes to quarterbacks in the NFL, like, he changed the game, right? When he came with that, of course, it's Brett Favre. How was it when you met this dude?
Oh, down to earth. We had a couple words because I told him, don't come in there with that prima donna shit, But, what I'm saying? That's just me. You know me.
100%.
What you see is what you get.
Right.
So we talked for a little bit, and he's like, nah, I respect that, and I respect him as he moved. He didn't move the way, that was me being young and not taking other people's word instead of meeting the person first.
Yeah.
Because I never knew the guy, I never met him. So, but once I met him and got to know him, cool, down there guy, wasn't a prima donna at all. But the media, once again, played a role in me saying, no, they're prima donna, like not wanting to be with teammates or want to have his own locker room. I said, that's not a team player. That's just a player.
Yeah.
But that wasn't his MO. Maybe he didn't like those guys in New York.
Right. We talking about
he wanted to be away from him. So
big homie. We talking about the New York, the New York Jets, I wouldn't want to be a regular worker in the building in New York. They stink. That organization stink. Look, no disrespect to any of the players that go to the play for the Jets, but like, that's where you go to end your career, bro. Like, they ownership sucks. They just suck, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, he sucked.
Played for him, so I can't say.
You can't say it. You right, but I'm like, listen. All you gotta say is that Sam Darnold and Geno Smith, those guys who were bust, they go somewhere else, bro, and they stars. You know what I'm saying? So, but anywho, so he comes over there and, he Mr. Wrangler. He is a Mr. Wrangler, man. I remember you told me, he was like, yo, I got like two. He gave me like some Wranglers. Did he give you some Wranglers? Or you just, what you fucking with me, bro?
No, he gave like the whole team Wranglers.
Wrangler, listen, us can't wear Wranglers, bro. Wrangler, hey, listen, just for you listeners out there, bro. Wranglers are not built for bruhs. All right.
That boy stiff.
They stiff. Hey, them things stiff. They stiff. But they built for ranchers, bruh. You ain't built for, if you're a bruh rancher, shout out to you. All ranchers in the world, shout out to y'all. No disrespect.
Absolutely. They put the food on the table.
Yeah, 100%.
So
you with Brett Favre now. You got Brett Favre, you got Adrian Peterson, you got Percy Harvin, just electrifying that dude right there, electrifying, right? You got Percy, you got Sidney, Shanko, and that beast-ass offensive line, right? Now y'all ready, right? So you playing with all these big names. Now you got Jared Allen, Darren Sharper, right? And you pretty much, you was always been just chill and modest, right? So like it was just regular, you my brother. Like it was like watching you was like I'm so excited. I can't believe one of my brother, like one of us at the top. We done made it to the league. One of us have made it to the league, but you always just kept yourself just humble and just focused the task at hand. Now you did have big personalities on that team though, right? Like you had some personalities on that team
for sure.
Like so, I asked you, how Brett Favre, he's of course from interviews I haven't spoken to you. The first person I spoke to personally that played with him, but like everybody that I read about, talking about Brett Favre as a teammate, they said, Brett, that dude, just like Aaron Rodgers, like cool as hell. Like, dude, he's cool as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Even with those big personalities that we had, our team, the core guys, everybody was cool.
Yeah.
Now, granted, some of the offensive linemen and defensive linemen didn't get along, especially with me, because I didn't.
Yeah, y'all
played too many games. Oh, what games?
Yeah,
right?
brother.
Let's go.
You want brother-in-law with him at practice?
No, not at all. And that's what got me into a lot of stuff. Because I'm like, I was younger than everybody,
right.
So they thought that we just punk him. Nah, playboy, we men first.
Right.
That this football shit second. So y'all gonna respect me, or we gonna see what it's like on these grass, these hands.
Yep.
So but other than that, everybody was pretty much down to earth, cool. Everybody just wanted to win.
Right. Yeah. Like
but it's different. Of course, it's different ethnicities and different cultures and different ways that people communicate. At the end of the day, people think it ain't, but football is very segregated.
Man, I'm happy. It's funny you say that because as you were just talking about, like, cultures and all that stuff, bro, like it goes back to college. Like it go back to college. Like even like you go into the cafeteria, with your team, you sitting, all the bros are sitting here, and all the white people, all the white players are sitting here. Talking about when you in Minnesota, when I used to come up there, like it was like I never saw Brett Favre. Like, and I'm talking about like Ray, you had me involved. I mean, I remember the playoff game against the Cowboys in 2009, and I'm jumping ahead of the gun. Like I stayed at the hotel, you stayed at, the team stayed at, and the security came and picked, got us out the car, took you to your floor, and we went to our room, and all the players were coming out right there, right? And I didn't see Brett Favre. You was like, bro, he got a different entrance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, yeah, and so and a lot of people don't know this. Like, so you have certain players depending on their stature, their star power, that the team will hire security for them, right? Like, and I think we used to have to come and sit, when we waited for you, right after the game, we sat in the family lounge, right by the locker room, right? And so, I found myself a couple of times sitting next to Adrian Peterson's dad, just a real cat too. Was a real cat, and he had been in prison, and so he had been he only been out of prison for like a year or so. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So so I'm sitting in the lounge with him, and he just down to earth, and Adrian Peterson, he comes through there. He comes through the lounge. You know what I'm saying, to get his pops and say what's up, and he got security with him and everything, but he still was. You couldn't tell. Right? Like he was like, yo, I'm coming to see my peoples. Like, okay, y'all can follow me if you want to, but I'm going to here. Like Adrian Brett Favre, I never seen him, bro. I seen most of your teammates, man. I never seen Jared Allen, and I never seen Brett Favre, bro. I was like, and so, but it made me think, because based off of how you guys hung with each other, like I'm talking about your teammates, it took me back to like, damn, because I still was in college playing ball. I'm like, this is no different than college. Like the bruhs hang with the bruhs for the most part, and the white guys hang with the white guys for the most part.
It's the truth.
It was the truth, right?
Ain't no lie. It's probably still that way because it's just, like I said, it's just a cultural thing.
Yeah.
It's a cultural thing, you know, and then also it's just, it's just the people who you gravitate
Right,
towards.
correct.
Like, it might have been I'm trying to think who, B-Rob might, I'm saying, you know, B-Rob might have been hung with us a little bit. He started hanging with Kevin more because they enjoy fishing.
Right.
Because B-Rob, I heard he's now like one of the top bass fishermen. Like, he got a whole little boat and rig and everything.
Now you say B-Rob for the audience, you know.
Brian Robertson.
Yep.
Brian Roberson.
Yep. And that's the defensive end that played at Texas. You know, shout out to him. And so, but they had the fishing and, you know, lifestyle. But for the most part, like you said, it was just like college. And high school was like that too, man. It was crazy. It was like that in high school, man, too.
But you know, your school is more diverse.
More diverse than yours, yeah. They had, look, bro, you're lucky they had.
I was straight lean on me.
Yeah, you straight lean on me. Only white people at their school were the teachers.
Yeah, that's facts. My senior year, we had one guy.
Yeah.
We had limited one basketball player. We had one basketball player, white guy, tall white guy.
White chocolate. There we go.
I forgot his name.
And they always gonna be dubbed white chocolate. That's what they always. We gonna be dubbed the token, and they always gonna be dubbed the white chocolate.
Yeah, so, that's for sure,
bro. So now you know so y'all got a whole team now, right? And we gonna go straight to it. Like now you know. When did you know? Like once y'all had all the pieces together, did you know? Like, bruh, yeah, we ready, bruh. Like we gonna make a run. Did you know that, or was it just business as usual?
It was just business as usual, but we knew we had the pieces to make a run. Because, like you said, once we went out and got Brett Favre, okay, we know we got somebody on that side of the ball. We already knew our side of the ball was tight, so now we know somebody who, they can put up some numbers. Now all we really got to do is stop people. And that's just how we approached it, and that's how we approached it from day one. Training camp. Let's go get it. This our year. And that's how we looked at it.
Hey, y'all sure did, because in that 2009, 2010 season, y'all win the division. I think y'all lost 3 games. But this is,
we shouldn't even lost those.
I'm gonna tell you this. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate. All right. 2000 and y'all last game of the season, y'all playing against divisional rival, just Chicago Bears. You know, against stinky. Hey, in my opinion, stinky Jay Cutler, stinky. He was stinky, you know, but to each his own, but he was stinky to me. And I don't plan on having him on my show. If you want to come on, cool, whatever. But he was stinky to me. They had Forte as the running back. They had Olsen as the tight end. He was good. A tight end though. Greg Olsen, nice. That was nice. Yeah. And then they had Hester as a returner. But anywho, bro, the game is back and forth, bro. Like y'all end up losing that game, all right? And y'all have to play in a wild card instead of having to bye and hosting that game, the infamous New Orleans game that y'all had to go to New Orleans, opposed to them having to come to you guys. So I just wanted to let you know that. I don't know if you knew that, that of you guys possibly being able to host that NFC Championship game. Y'all, man, listen, nothing you can do it. But so you make it to the playoffs. You like LeBron, like, hey, I just need to get in. I just need to get in. Shout out to LeBron, bro, class of 03, Ohio Strong. Man, we played against you in AAU basketball, me and Big Homie. You don't know that, but we do. Hey, back to the topic at hand though. But so y'all that year, you like, I'm thinking y'all going to the Super Bowl. I'm just being now. I'm like, I can't believe it.
It's the only one,
bruh. It was hard for me.
If I didn't get, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. If I didn't get hurt in the divisional game, we would have made it to the Super Bowl. If I wasn't playing that NFC Championship game with a hurt knee, we would have made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you this, because you had a key play. You had some key plays in that game, my boy. So y'all lose that last game. Now y'all, got to play a wild. Y'all playing in the wild card round. Now y'all get to the NFC Championship. Of course, everybody in the world wants, Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Of course, it was Hurricane Katrina and all that stuff, and they had, the Gleason block, and all that stuff that year, and So, and Minnesota had been infamous for man, they always, bro, they so close to making it to the Super Bowl, but damn, they always fall. And I think the time before that was like 1998 when
It's
they had,
been a while.
Bro, when Minnesota had Randy Moss and Culpepper, and they lost
Dante
one
Culpepper.
game, and then the Mortensen with the one bar face mask and shit. He never missed a field goal, and this motherfucker missed the field goal, and they went into overtime, and Atlanta kicks the field goal and goes to the Super Bowl. That's the Dirty Birds, right? That's the team that were this, as we fast forward, as we talking about the 2009, 2010, your Minnesota Vikings. That's what reminds me of y'all, right? That reminds me of them. Like, I'm talking about, like, damn, these, but just like the 98 team, good defense, actually okay defense, but superb offense, in 98. So we y'all in the NFC Championship, bro. You like, yo, we going to the bowl. Now you just preface it like, if I heard myself, I believe, like, I know, like, we 100% on that defensive line. Y'all were after that dude too, Drew Brees. So, you in the NFC Championship game, I'm like this. I'm at the game before. I was fortunate, you guys, and I was fortunate enough that my brother, got me up there to come and see him in one of his biggest games one of the biggest moments in your career, one of the biggest games of your career, and y'all playing in the wild card game against the Dallas Cowboys. The divisional game.
Yeah, we was number 2 seed.
Yep, number 2.
We were number 2. We didn't have to play the wild card.
Right,
we had the bye, but we had the divisional game.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, so you playing, I'm like, yo, my boy playing. We about to play Tony Romo. Shout out to Tony Romo. You came out of Ohio Valley Conference. You see me, UT Martin. That's what I play. You know what I mean? And I got there a year after you were already in the NFL. So, but anywho, so y'all playing against, you playing against, the Cowboys and Tony Romo. And I remember Colombo. I think did he get hurt? He wasn't playing that game, right?
No, he playing that game.
He was playing. Yeah, that's who you was against. That was yep. So I'm like. So and I just want to tell this story because it's from my perspective, because I'm up there and I'm gonna tell you, Minnesota Vikings fans, bro, the best fans. I'm not like the best fans, bro. I couldn't believe anytime I went up there, man. But this was the loudest. They playing to get in the divisional round against the Dallas Cowboys. It's a home game in Minnesota. This is before the new stadium, and I'm telling you, bro, I had never seen anything or heard anything so loud, bro. Like, they got their own chant. They got the blowing the horn. And,
it was time.
And I remember seeing with Doug, Doug Fresh, shout out to Fresh, your former agent from Octagon. And, this was your contract year, right? This was your contract. They ended up franchise tagging you that year anyway, the next year. But he tells me, he prefaces everything for me, bro. Like, he's like, this is the game that Ray has to have. He needs to have a strip sack. This is no lie. He said he needs to have a strip sack. He needs to have at least 2 sacks. He needs to have one for, the strip sack fumble. He needs those 3 things. If he gets those, this is gonna be money. So I'm like, and now this is the first time I knew, like, you usually always was just so business like. And like, you always like was like just business like on even if you had a sack on in the game. And you see a lot of emotion out of your ass. It was always business. But you go into that game, and you said this to me, and you and I were talking on the phone last week. You said, man, I had my mind made up before the game is I'm gonna give maximum effort. I'm gonna give maximum.
Be a star power.
Yep.
One of my favorite quotes from, remember the Titans, you want to be a star? Give me a star effort.
Star effort. That's what you said. You said.
And that's what it was.
He said, I'm gonna give a star effort, like, straight up. And so, you end up getting the first sack of the game. Now, you got Tony Romo going out. He running for his life out there. You get a strip sack, and this place, I'm talking about, bro. Y'all, if you never been to a Minnesota Vikings game, bro, when I tell you, bro, like, they talk about the when it came to Marshawn Beast Mode running, bruh, that place was rocking. And I see you, bruh, I'm like, look at big homie down there, bruh. This fool out here celebrating. Like, and man, and from there, it was just Tony Romo was tormented the whole game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like, and so, man, bruh, Like, and y'all dominated the game. Now we go to the NFC Championship game, right? It's in New Orleans. It's in New Orleans. So I'm thinking like, yo, they going in the chip, right? So the game is back and forth, just, pretty competitive, high scoring game, right? Like,
I still ain't.
hey, listen.
No, we talk. I still ain't watched
You
that
say, hey,
game.
man, hey, my brother ain't played. He ain't played ball in a long time since
Yeah.
2012, right? He played in Minnesota even longer, right? And he ain't watched that game, and that kind of goes to tell you like how much that game meant to a lot of people, right? Brett Favre again, he already been to Super Bowls, bruh. He's 40. He's 41. He's 40, 41. He my age. He our age now, and like he has nothing to prove. He got nothing to prove, bruh. So you on the sideline, you and the defense on the sideline. This is probably one of the few times that a lot of you guys are like, "Hey, we actually watching this. We watching this game." You typically on the sideline catching breath, talking about defensive schemes and assignments or whatnot while offense is on the field. But like, you watching this shit, bruh. Like, this is famous. It's NFL history. Like, Brett Favre. You guys need, hey, bro, y'all in field goal range already. Bro, what was going through your mind, bro? Like, he throws an interception. He throws it across his body. And if you ain't seen this, you ain't seen it. But dude, it's an announcer that's a Minnesota Vikings announcer. And this dude is going crazy, bro. I'm talking about, like, it's famous. It's like literally famous. His commentary is famous. He's like, run the ball. You got a better shot of getting the first down if you run the ball. Don't throw it across your body. You're 41 years old.
I don't doubt this. Listen,
Yo.
I cuss the offensive coordinator out. Like, literally. Like, I'm standing right next to the offensive coordinator. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing,
Brad?
All you had to do was hand the ball to AP. That's it. But once again, it goes back to Beast Mode. I'm gonna bring Beast Mode back into it. The same offensive coordinator who decided to throw that dumbass pass on 4th and 1.
Shut up! You lied to me.
It's the same offensive coordinator we had on that play.
Oh my God, bro! What?
He's an ex quarterback, and Daryl Bevan. And I'm gonna say his name because I don't like him. And he owed me money.
What? Who is it?
Daryl Bevan.
Bro, what?
He was the offensive coordinator for us. They cost us the Super Bowl. And he's the same offensive coordinator that cost Seattle. They back-to-back Super Bowl.
What, bruh? Listen, again, this is why we do this, right? This is the education, right? So you can educate to elevate. Y'all, and listen, I didn't know that. And I probably should have known that, but I didn't know that because I got so wrapped up on how bad the play was, my boy.
Same coach.
And the crazy thing is this, but he also didn't tell Brett Favre to throw that ball across the body because Brett.
But we didn't have to run the ball, period.
Y'all have to pass the ball, period.
We had Ryan Longwell, Mr.
Yeah.
He would have got the J. He would have kicked the field goal and would have been to the Super Bowl,
bro. But
all he had to do was run the ball in the middle,
that's it.
getting centered up,
right.
And we would have won the Super Bowl,
bro.
And we would have been in the Super Bowl, and we would have won the Super Bowl. I don't think Peyton didn't beat us.
Nah, not with that defense. It would have been again that defense. Peyton, like when it comes to Peyton,
they lost to the Saints, so they
right. Like he ain't exactly, and they weren't known for their defense, but they did have that
they have some hands.
Yes, they did. They nah. Yeah, let me backtrack.
y'all
actually, I forgot. Y'all played against the Bounty Gate team.
Yeah.
Y'all played against that Bounty Gate defense, and in that game, bro, Brett Favre was getting creamed, my boy.
Yeah.
When I say
I wish I would have been paying. I never really watched the
He was Ray, one big homie. When I tell you, bruh, I'm talking about they were landing on his body with their weight. They was hitting him late, hitting him low.
But that's where all these rules came in.
I know,
100%.
You can't, dude. You can't even, So, but yeah, so you pissed off, right? And I know that if you pissed off, then you younger. You got people like Pat Williams, who
I think the whole defense is pissed off. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Right? Because as you know, to get a chance to first of all to make it to the playoffs, right? Then to get a chance to play in the NFC Championship, that's a whole nother like grind. And then to get to a Super Bowl and then actually play and win the Super Bowl is a whole nother grind, right? So it's like when you lose something, when you so close and it has nothing, it's out of your control. You don't play offense like that stings, bruh. And again, it stings the same way in the professional, even though they get paid. It stings the same way as it did in college and in high school, right?
It's thing, period. Nobody want to lose. Well, you know us. I want to lose. Nobody want to lose.
Right. And you want to take.
I didn't start losing, especially in sports, until shit. I got to high school.
Yeah.
You know,
100%. Then when y'all, as you started getting better and better, y'all ain't lose a lot at all, bruh. So in basketball or football, but yeah, you had to in the NFL, in college, you gotta learn how to lose, bro. Because in college, I went to UT Martin and we were a rebuilding team, and I had never been on a losing team, bruh. We only
different. It's a different.
It's a different, man.
Okay.
And it's hard to when you lose, and it's hard to get the best production out of your players, especially the people who you bring in to rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to be a part of them growing pains. But for y'all, in that game, yeah, I mean, y'all never got back. And see, that was the thing when I was, when it came to Brett Favre, like, Brett Favre retired after that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
we started breaking up like the fat boys, though. And, guys didn't put in the work. Everybody thought now I got to do the same thing that I did last year to get ready. No,
right.
You got to do more.
Right.
Because one, you behind everybody because you played longer.
Right.
Now the rest, your rest shorter. So now you got to find different ways to recover. And not everybody, like I said, putting that effort in, because now you think it's just a walk in the park. Okay, we did this, so now we got the same. Nah, you got to go get it.
Right. Damn, boy, I tell you what, I was salty. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, bro, we going to the bowl. We going to the Super Bowl, bro. I can't believe it. And I had to say we, because,
yeah, for sure.
You was a part of me. Like, I'm like, bro, we made it, bro. Like, I can't believe it. Like, and I was one of your few people that, like, I wasn't gonna ask you for shit. Like, a matter of fact, if you can't see it, but I got your jersey. The audience will be able to see it from my second angle, my second camera angle. But I got one of your jerseys, which, the players, they have to pay for their own jerseys. They have to pay for their own tickets, which I thought was just crazy. I thought it was crazy. And it's crazy. Did y'all used to have to pay for your own food and shit too? Like at the
it was good. Well, it all depends. If you ate, like I said, I had meals, but if you decided that you ain't want that, you had to go out and eat.
Right. So that shit crazy, bro. I thought that's crazy. I think they do better at feeding them.
They probably do better now
for free, but they still got to buy the jerseys and the tickets still, though. That shit crazy to me.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, like this is my brother for y'all, right? He gave me the jersey, right? I get the jersey. It's huge as hell, first of all, because he was a big dude back then too, real big. That motherfucker was 6'5", and then get to 270. And but you gave me the jersey, and I remember I was like, bruh, give me the autograph. You was like, bruh, you know me. I'm not signing that shit. So I ended up doing it myself. I signed it myself because at the time, I ended up, I was in Georgia, and I already graduated, and done with football, and I'm trying to make my way out here, and I'm, coming out here to be a teacher. And so, I was doing my student teaching in language arts, and I had made, and they were doing standardized tests. And, I had to teach them during my student teaching what they were actually going to test on the standardized test. Longer story short, my class ended up like 97% of my class ended up like passing the language arts portion of the test, and that made me feel good. But I had made a bet with them, and the bet was if a certain amount if we had a certain percentage, you know what I mean, and it was a kid named dang, what that boy's name was. Gosh, man, he gonna be mad because I ain't giving no shout outs. But anyways, I bet him like, hey, I got this jersey for you, this is my brother. And they like the kids, like they couldn't believe that my best friend was like an NFL star, like he's playing, right? And so, Revis, that's his last name. His last name was Revis. And I made a bet with him, and at that time, actually, you ended up being on the front. You actually was on the cover. I don't know if you know this, but you're on the cover of the Sports Illustrated in that NFC game, with
on the fucking ground.
on the ground. Look
that about sack Drew.
Yep, trying to sack Drew, but you still had the eyes on him and everything. You were rolling on the side, even upside down. But I made a bet with him. If that certain amount of, we had a certain percentage that passed, that I would give him the jersey. And I never gave him the jersey. I said, probably get this fool this jersey.
You gotta get Reeves. You gotta reach out, man.
Hey, my boy Reeves, you ain't getting that jersey, my boy. You better.
I got one for him. I got a whole bunch of them.
Listen, hey Ray, he a grown man now. He matter of fact, he
grown man need gifts too.
But yeah, man. You lose that game. You wanna come back to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? That's why we'll get down to the nitty gritty now. You want to come back to Minnesota. They end up franchise tagging you. You have the
first round tender. That's we was going on the lockout year.
That's right, lockout year. So you're going to lockout year, first round tender. They hit you with that. You don't get to sign a long term deal. So what do you do during that lockout?
I get to work. I started actually doing that off season, which I probably should have put a little bit more emphasis into football, but I started boxing. Because I didn't know what we were going to get into. But then, too, I was frustrated at not getting a new contract. At the end of the day, we signing a contract. When you come in, you sign a 4-year contract. Didn't nobody say nothing about no 5th-year option if we go into a lockout in the bargaining agreement. But it probably was in there because of, all contracts are written for the signee not to understand what the signer wants.
Right.
And, I blame that on too, well as myself, but also my agent not explaining that to me ahead of time to let me know what I need and what I should do.
Right. Dang.
But me being me, I go do my own thing. I come back for OTAs and I come back. No, I didn't come back for OTAs. Did I come back? Did I come back for OTAs? I did nothing in the off season. I just did, when training camp came back around, I was back around. Right. I think I went to mandatory OTAs and then that was it. I didn't go to voluntary OTAs.
Right. Cause you typically veterans don't do. The veterans don't do that anyways. But also you like, I feel you. You ain't paying me. Like, hey, I'm not about to come in here and you know what I'm saying, like,
getting hurt.
Right. Right. And then they use that as an excuse not to pay you.
Yeah. So I just was like, I'll wait my turn until training camp come. No, we didn't get no contract done by training camp. I just played on that 1-year tender.
1-year tender, 100%. Now, of course, that's the business aspect of it all. But like from the personal standpoint, like internally, right? Because this is where you get drafted. This is where, you have your first child, right? Like this is where, you like establish, your young
relationships,
your relationships, your young adulthood, right? Like, you got Pat, you got this defense, you got this continuity. And you feel like you've earned the contract, right? And so, like, how did that shit make you feel, bro? Like, I'm talking about, like obviously it's like, fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I want to be here,
right? It wasn't come at them until after the season of that 5th-year tenure, because I'm like, during that off season, like, y'all give my backup a contract. First of all, y'all didn't even offer me a contract. Y'all signed my backup and was like, go fend for yourself. I'm like, I didn't even deserve an interest. So
right,
yeah. Until then, it was nothing but love for Minnesota, but they didn't even offer me a contract. So, but once again, at that time, I think Rick Spielman was the GM, but he wasn't the guy who drafted me. So, at any point, they want to get their guys in there, and he drafted Brian Robertson.
Right,
Robertson. Then, they drafted him. So I understand that, but at the same time, I'm like, if he was good enough to beat me, he wasn't good enough to beat me out. So how's it better than me to get a contract?
Right.
Maybe it was the numbers, because he was cheaper than me. Don't know. But at this point, I was just like, fuck him.
Yeah.
All right, let me go hit the open market.
Right. But but during that lockout, you boxing. Like during the off season, you train. You know, you train in boxing, right? And so they got the lockout. They got the lockout in the NFL, and like he like, yo, I'm gonna keep doing this, right? Like you gonna keep doing this. And so little did you know, like that was something that ended up probably being like something that could have saved you from running off the cliff after what happened after what happened in freaking Atlanta. You know what I'm saying, for the Falcons. So you don't get re-signed. You play on your tender, right? On your tender. Is it tender or tender? I can't even remember. Tender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tender.
First round tender.
Your first round tender. And I think obviously that wasn't what you, I think it was like 2.5 million, something like that, some bull crap like that.
It was some show that shouldn't have messed up.
Again, again, you guys, not to forget that that's before taxes, right? And also for you guys who don't know,
and I was going through a divorce at that time.
Yeah, he was going through a divorce at the time. This fool right here, but listen. The funny thing, you talk about that, bro. Look, hey, I was just telling the story again with Brennan Rice. Rice. Shout out to Brennan, bro. I don't know if you remember me, young boy, but once upon a time you called Ray Daddy Ray, and I'm the dreadlock boy that was playing you in Madden, and I'm playing Ray, I'm playing Brennan, and he's about 6 or 7. He just like, this is Ray, Ray. You're doing his thing, he 20, Ray 21. So he got people call him daddy and everything. I'm like, so Ray is at practice, and, Jackie at the time, which was his wife, she was out and about or whatnot. And so Jackie is Brennan's son. And so, and Jackie, shout out to Jackie, but Jackie, she was 20 years older than we were, at the time. So, 15 years older. She rounded up 20. But anyway. Yeah, so anywho, so we are, I'm playing the man downstairs. I'm playing against Brennan. Brennan's like 6 or 7. And he just a solid little boy, you know what I'm saying? And so, his brown eyes and, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, I'm playing Madden, and he's like,
in the league now.
Yeah, he in the league now. For you guys who don't know who Brennan Rice is, that's the son of Jerry Rice, love child, but that's his son now. That's his son's son. You can't deny that shit. Boy, look just like. And so, anywho, I'm like, now mind you, I play wide receiver. Like I'm playing wide receiver in college, at the time, and so like I played wide receiver my whole life. And I'm probably like the only true wide receiver in Cincinnati public school, period. Just they had a quarterback of the offense. But anywho, so I'm playing, like Jerry Rice is my idol. I mean, like he's one of the reasons why I wanted to play football, like period. Then Randy Moss came in and just like, showed me the way. Like I want to do this. That's what I want to do. I just want to moss people, you know what I'm saying? So, but like, so I'm playing against Brennan, and Brennan, I'm like, so, I'm like 21, 22 years old, and like he got like these. He selects his player, like he select on his player. We playing the game now. He select on his players, with the B button or whatever, and like he's like, and I see the last name. It's number 21. So he got like he got Deion Sanders' number on this player. And I'm like, man, y'all these dudes creative, bruh. He's like, no, wait a minute, hold on, I got to do something. His proper talking self. I was like, bruh, all right, whatever, bruh. I said, and I'm looking at the player, I'm like, dude, these all 99, all your players 99 overall ratings, bruh. He was like, so he has his player, he's stacking them, right? So he got the receiver, he got the highlight on the receiver, throws it to him, and I'm like, bruh, the last name is Rice. So I look at Brennan, like, unbeknown to me, y'all, this is a true story. Unbeknown to me. I'm looking at Brennan, I said, bro, what you know? You don't know nothing about Rice, bruh. You don't know nothing about Rice. And he playing, and his players at the receiver spot. He looks over at me like, that's my father. I said, bruh, shut up. I told him straight up, shut up. I told a 7-year-old, man, shut up, bruh. He said, he said just like, no, it is. He's my father. That's it. I say, hey, listen, I say, Don upstairs. I say, I yell, Don come downstairs. I go to the side. I go to the we in the little in the front foyer of the house, right, of the door,
Mm.
and I'm whispering to him. I tell him everything. I say, bruh, blah 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 blah. Bruh, Brandon gonna tell me his dad is Jerry Rice. Now look at me like, bruh,
Yeah.
it is. I was like, bruh, what? He's like, nah, bruh, true story. Like, it's something that, they don't broadcast it like that, but it is. Now, mind you this is my favorite player. I'm talking about I done did reports on Jerry Rice. I know about Jerry, all the brick laying and all that stuff before, he put it on TV and telling everybody. Bro, I already read about that, bro. I already wrote it in a report when I was like in college my freshman year. I think it was my senior year of high school or my freshman year of college. I'm writing reports about Jerry Rice. I'm like, bro, I know his whole family. Hold on, wait a minute. Then I'm like, oh, bro, it hit me. Oh yeah, bro, this the league, bro. This motherfucker Jerry Rice. You know what I'm saying? Like, who am I tripping? So like, that's when I was like, that was one of the first times I was like, when you were where you were, big homie. I'm like, big homie around these people. Like, he around people, bro. He around people that like we grew up watching. Like, he around, and I'm like, and this motherfucker got Jerry Rice's son playing the game in my house again. So yeah, shout out, hey, Brennan, I just want to let you know, my boy, Tito, Tarian, big homie, if you don't remember me, bro, I remember you, my boy. Nothing but kudos to you, bro. I knew you was gonna do what you doing, and I'm gonna tell you this: keep trusting your process, my boy. Keep trusting your process, bro. Before you know it, you're gonna be on that field, bro, catching them passes, catching TDs, bro, and celebrating like a mug. But I had to share that story, big homie. Like that shit,
for sure.
that shit, that shit.
Wow. Yeah, like you said, it's wild. Like, damn, I'm hollering the same trick that hollered at Jerry Rice.
Yeah. I'm like, big homie. I'm but anywho, so we, you ended up boxing, the lockout, and then again, that's something you fall back on after, things don't work out for you in Minnesota. So you end up signing the tender, you play that last year. Now you a free agent, right? Now you a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Now you actually get a chance. Now, a lot of people, they like, I didn't get an opportunity to kind of see what was out there, see what my value was, right? Like, I wanted to, it's like having it, like, I work now and I'm like, if I don't want to work at this job, I'm going to quit it and I'm going to find something else. I'm going to find something else, then I'm going to quit. Just for you young people to know, never quit something, especially work, if you have not found something to replace it with. Don't do that, because all you're going to do is put more stress on you. That's one of the lessons of the day. All right. But, so it doesn't work out for you they don't want to re-sign you. They sign Robeson. Obviously the team they're not the same team anymore, right? They losing people on offense. They losing people on defense. You don't get signed. I know that hurts you. I know that for sure. I know it for sure, because you go on to you're free agent, right? Big homie. Like, tell me how that experience was for you. Like, when you were able to, like, now you can go shop around.
Actually, I just didn't know.
Yeah,
like I said, my free agent year was the lockout year.
Right.
Like, everything was we didn't know if we was going to go back to work in September, December. No, like, we didn't know when we was going back to work. There wasn't no collective bargaining agreement in place. And the guy, Gene Upshaw, I think, had just passed. So we found the new leader or whatever the case of the NFLPA, which now, as I get older, like, that's just a joke.
My boy. Politics like a mug, boy.
So they kind of work hand in hand. You think they're working for us, but they work hand in hand. But even with that, I didn't know. So I went to box. I boxed. I think I had 2 or 3 fights before the season kicked back off. I think I had 8 fights. 1 or 2 fights. I can't remember. But yeah, I went to the box. But even through that whole process, when they did finally sign the agreement, and it wasn't like everything was over the phone. I mean, over FaceTime. Well, back then it was Skype. Everything was over Skype. Having meetings with coaches, trying to talk, really never got to, because once they signed it, it was time to get the ball rolling, get ready for the season.
Right.
So I never really got the whole free agency.
Bro, you didn't get the whole. So you didn't get the whole full treatment. You didn't get to go to this, like,
I didn't go nowhere.
What,
it was,
bro?
Like I said, it was straight Skype or phone calls. Like, well, we want you here, this, that, and the third. we don't know when this collective bargaining agreement going to be signed, but we want, like, I didn't get none of that stuff. So,
Wow.
more than likely, if I probably would have, I probably wouldn't even sign with Atlanta because the D-line coach there didn't even want to drive me out of college. So, it was a whole bunch of shit show. And even when I got there, I definitely didn't like him. So, it was a shit show.
Shit was a
but,
shit. 100%.
Everything happened for a reason.
Yes. And so, like, if you had it your way, right? Like, if you were able to select, like, again, taking Minnesota out of it, right? Like, what was the team that you were like, yo, all right, I can go play with them? Like, if they offer me.
It was Atlanta. It was Atlanta.
It was Atlanta.
It was actually Atlanta. I was like, they just missing me on the strong side.
Right.
I'm like, because I watched them play the year before. They had a great team. Like, they just need me on the strong side. No, Beneath, known to me was how shitty they was as an organization inside that building. They didn't handle the business. They didn't handle, to me, professionally, everything they should have handled professionally. Like, strength conditioning coach. Everybody, I get a lot of shit because of, he didn't last that long, he was a bust. No, everybody I complained about when I was there actually got fired the year after I left.
Right, yeah,
so I'm just like, everybody I complained about was the truth, but like, once again, I know what I need to be, the best player I need to be on this field. And for you to tell me I can't do that, and that's a problem for you when I actually go do it somewhere else. Like, do you want me to win, or you just want me to be a robot? Because I've never been that.
Right. Because the crazy thing was, like, you end up signing with Atlanta. They give you what was it, 4 year, $30 million, 11 guaranteed. Like, they paying you
somewhere around there.
Somewhere like that, right? They paying you. They gonna pay you, right? So it's like, okay, if you gonna pay me, play me. Because at the end of the day, who was the head coach? Mike Smith.
Yeah.
Mike Smith was the head coach. Now, when it comes to ownership, like, I know some players, you got the, top brass players who get paid top dollar. They typically have a, relationship with the owner. In Minnesota, did you have a relationship with the owner, or was it just business?
That was business. Yeah. That's business with all of them, man. Because at the end of the day, I knew what it was.
Right.
Like, I wasn't the person to kiss ass. You know me. I ain't never do that. You speak to me, I speak to you. You don't speak to me, I ain't speaking to you. I don't give a fuck what you paying me. I don't give a fuck who you is at the end of the day.
Right.
It's a respect thing for me.
Right. 100%. So, when it comes to the ownership, it's typically ownership when it comes to that.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Yeah.
They keep pushing. Most of them ain't even in the building.
Right.
And if they're up in the offices. They only come down there. They might go on the back patio and watch us practice.
It's very few of them who actually want to, like people like Jerry Jones want to still be, all up on it. But typically general managers, the people that you kind of deal with, you'll see them. You talk
not even them.
Really?
Like you will see them, but they really sit and talk with them. No, some guys did, but once again, that was just never my cup of tea.
Right.
Some guys that, like, bro, come on, man.
Right.
We ain't got nothing in common.
Right. So you end up going to, I'm in Georgia at the time too, and I'm thinking, I ain't gonna lie, and I had these conversations before, and
right.
You opened up to me, and our relationship wasn't our relationship had fizzled, you know what I mean? Because I saw a different you wasn't you, and I'm like, I never went to a game. I'm in Atlanta, and I'm in Atlanta, and you play in Atlanta, and I ain't go to a game. Like, you ain't, like, we weren't even barely communicating. You obviously were not happy. Visibly, you were happy. When I remember, and this is legendary when it comes to our family, because you were part of my family. But when you and Kelly met for the first time, right? Like, it's like, yeah, you ain't gonna tell me how to talk. You ain't gonna like, it was like, and I think it was more of a, because it was the first real relationship. I had my first relationship was Tika. And you like, bruh, she trying to like hold you, like we brothers. Like, she only. Like, she, I'm trying to share experiences with you when it comes to, like, well, let's go do this, and let's go to this place, and let's go to that place. Like, and so, like, I get Kelly, little white woman too, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's my boo. And so she like, we meet at, Mall of Georgia, Ruby Tuesdays, and, they don't hit it off. Kelly, my wife and Ray do not hit it off, y'all. Like, now, when I tell you now, their relationship now, hey, listen, they talk to each other more than he and I talk to each other. It's a beautiful thing, and I love it. But, you told me you opened up to me about, your time here in Atlanta, and you were depressed. You were depressed, you were unhappy, and you were you basically shelling yourself, you know what I'm saying, and putting on this facade, as I would say, because it wasn't you, and how did I know it wasn't you? Because I'm at the time I'm living 25 minutes down the road from you, and I'm like, I ain't seen my brother, I ain't even seen my brother. It got to a point where I was like, and Kelly started asking me, she's like, you call him your best friend, this is true, I don't know if I told you this. She's like, you call him your best friend. How could you call him your best friend? Y'all don't even talk. He don't even reach back. He don't even reach out to you when you reach out to him. I'm like, I don't know, bro. And so I kind of went incognito on you for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you realize it, because you was in your world, right? You was in a different mind. You was trying to figure yourself out, and but I will say, you definitely was not happy. You definitely weren't.
Oh,
you weren't happy, man. You weren't happy at all.
It was
bro.
At that point in my time, in my life, once again, like you said, like we knocked on it earlier, I just had a son. Couldn't be the father I wanted to be because he was all in Minnesota. So I'm trying to navigate that, as well as a new situation here that I'm not getting along with none of the coaches. Like
they got an 8-man rotation, so you can't get a feel of the game.
Like not even, it's just like we just did not hit it off at all. Like I think it was a front office move to get me there. I don't believe it was the coaching staff who wanted me there, to be honest with you.
Well, if you don't feel welcome, in a home that, that just open up the doors.
I think after the second game, I told my agent, get me out of here,
really?
Bro. Like, get me out of here.
Wow.
Because I'm going to end up smacking somebody,
Bruh, you feel me?
Bruh. Man, it's only too much stuff that I'm gonna deal with.
Right. Because you ended up,
and that's kind of what happened with me and being in Atlanta. Like, I just kind of isolated myself. Like, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna do my job to the best of my ability, and I'm gonna get the fuck on. Like, I'm not about to sit here and laugh, kiki, and joke with none of y'all, because I don't like none of y'all.
Right.
Like, I had probably 2 or 3 teammates that I fuck with. Them John Abraham, Jonathan Babineau, and probably, what's the linebacker name? Now, me and D-Rob was cool, defensive back. Like, most of my defensive guys I was cool with, but other motherfuckers, man, I smacked shit out of him and didn't care less.
Right.
And I dare him to try to do something.
Right.
Like, we could have scrapped at any punt.
Right. Yeah, because you.
So I didn't have the same camaraderie that I was used to, definitely in Minnesota coming from that, and especially just in the defensive line room. And it started from my coaches, because at the end of the day, like, I didn't like my D-line coach. Me and him almost got into it. I told him, like, dude, you put your hands on me, I promise you, I'm going to put you in the hospital.
And who was this D-line coach, my boy? Listen, this is get it off your chest. So,
yeah, Ray Hamilton. He know exactly what Ray Hamilton. Me and him got into it. John was like, I ain't breaking it up. If it wasn't for Corey Peters, our defensive tackle, if he ain't get in between us, I promise you, Ray Hamilton, if he ain't already passed, he would have been passed that day.
Easy, my boy. And so, yeah, and I know a little bit of the backstory when it comes to your quick exit out of Atlanta and ultimately the NFL. And so, and this is key. It's a key part of the conversation that I want people to kind of listen to, because we're talking about a human being. We're talking about a person in Ray Edwards who, worked his tail off to get to, where he was as far as football. And he's in the prime of his life. He's 26 when he signs his contract here in Atlanta. He's at the prime of his playing career, right? So, as you just explained, it just wasn't the place for you, and then you didn't even get the full experience of free agency, of going to visit places because of this, this lockout, this collective bargaining agreement. Kind of got shysted on that front. Like, you're playing on this team, and at the time, like and again, you come in, but you had to get some microscopic surgery, for your knee, right? So you had to miss some time, right? So that also contributed to you, like, your foot in the ground and getting things going, right? And so now, and then of course, like I said, you said that didn't matter, that they played a 3-4 defense, and you coming from a 4-3 defense from Minnesota.
No, we didn't go to 3-4 until my second year.
Oh, that was okay.
But even with that, like I said, both years first year I had a scalp surgery on my right knee.
Yep.
Second year I had it on my left knee.
Right.
So both years I was there, I didn't play on 100%
Right,
legs.
100%.
So even with that, like I said, even with that, I still wasn't nobody blowing me off the ball or nothing like that. It just didn't have my full off season to train and actually get accumulated to things in the situation. Once again, I'm still out of sorts. I'm a person who like organization. So I didn't have a place to stay. I was staying in a hotel my first season.
Hey.
Like I didn't get a place, I think, till maybe game 8 or something like that. So trying to find somewhere to stay, like I'm used to getting massages every day. Then nobody let me know, like, oh, this is the massage person we go to. This is chiropractor. Like I'm trying to find all this stuff myself while still trying to navigate being in a new situation. Like, so it was a lot of stuff to add on to that. Not, like I said, being a new father, not being there for my child, trying to go see my child during the Tuesday off day or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Build that relationship. Like, it was a whole plethora of stuff that just kept pounding on each other on top of me thinking to myself, as you know, as a kid, not having anything, you thinking once I get to this certain status of making millions of dollars, it's going to bring me the happiness that this pretty much eluded me my whole life. And it didn't. And that it didn't sit right with me for some reason. Because now, yeah, I had a lot of people around me, but it was more leeches than anything. Like, y'all only won't be around me because of what I can give you.
Right.
Even family included.
Right.
At that point, it was like, damn, I should just check out.
Right.
Like, I was close to doing the shorts. Like, I'm ready, fucking let me bounce. If y'all just want this money or whatever the case may be, let me go. But me just being able to sit with myself and understand, like, bro, you came too far.
Right. So you
came from nothing.
So you telling me like you had that creep in your brain, like I don't need to be here no more.
Yeah. Basically, bro, I did everything I said I was gonna do. 1. And 2, it's not bringing me what I thought it would bring me.
Right.
Like, why am I like, bro, y'all just here to use me at the end of the day.
And see, like, again, I'm thankful that you shared that, man. Like, you know, because like people just don't get, bro. Like they just see you as an athlete, man. You know, they don't know about your mental. They don't know what you're doing, what's going on in your personal life. You know, they judge you off of the locker room, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like how much money in the contract, like, you know, it's more to that, bro. And like people don't get that. But, you know, I'm grateful, bro, that you shared that, because the aspiring, you know,
it's truth,
right? It's the truth, right? And I'm pretty sure you probably won't be the first person on this show that, you know, who played at a high level, you know, in the athletic profession that, you know, that's probably gonna tell me that. You know what I mean? You telling me because you my brother, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that.
Tell anybody. It's just, you know me.
Yes.
I'm open book.
Open book. You know, you used to be that way. And I'm happy that you are, and I'm happy that, you know, you found some peace and you found the outlet, you know what I mean, when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, being able to talk about this comfortably, you know, and bring awareness to it. Because mental health is serious. It's serious, right, bro. It's a serious thing, bro. And like, we don't, you know, insurance, you can have insurance, but guess what, man, you have insurance, you still got to pay $300 a session. And you know, so, you know, mental health is something that a lot of us in this country and in the world that, you know, we struggle with.
Come from our community.
Yeah, especially from our community. Especially from our community. So I encourage you guys, man, to whatever you need to do to get it out of your brain, to get it out, to help you cope, so you can get through and be the light and the shining light for somebody else who's going through that problem. And I encourage you to do so. You know, Kelly, she does some counseling and stuff for about 4 people. And, you know,
she told me about
my
that.
wife, she does a great job, you know, and they had this shooting out here in Appalachia High School, the school shooting in Winder Barrel, and it made national news. And she actually counsels one of the kids, man, every week, and they come to the house, and, you know, it's really helped that individual a little bit more comfortable. And so, you know, whatever you need to do, man, I encourage it. You know, mental health is a serious thing. So, you know, back to, you're in Atlanta, you're not happy. You're away from, your son. You're not playing, how you want to, you're not playing the time that you want to play, right? You don't feel like you pay me this money for nothing. Like, I remember you told me that. You like, y'all pay me all this money for what? Play me. Like, play me. And so, people in Atlanta, like you said, and you prefaced it before we started talking about this in this part of the conversation, people in Atlanta, when again, they say, Ray, oh man, he was a bust, so we shouldn't have. But see, again, watch this show and you will see and you'll understand, like, he wasn't a bust, not a bust at all, right? And again, that last stop in Atlanta is what ended up stymieing your career as you're at your prime, right? You play 7 years in the NFL. Your majority, the majority of your years you're playing, and you're on your rookie contract in Minnesota. You establish yourself. You go to an NFC Championship game, right? They end up signing Robinson to less money. He's your backup. Teach is on, and then you on the free agency market. Then it's a freaking lockout, and it's a collective bargaining agreement that's in the air. And now you can't even get the fullness of going and marketing yourself and seeing what's out there. You sign a deal with Atlanta. Come here, you got 2 surgeries, so you're not 100%. You got a dude on that defensive, whatever that. What's that dude's name again? We gotta get off the chest.
Probably D-line coach.
D-line coach. The one that
Ray Hamilton.
Ray Hamilton. We got to get it off our chest. Ray, and listen, I hope you alive. God willing, bless you. But at the time, you know what I'm saying? Hey, fuck you, man.
Bomb.
So at the end of the day, that's just, hey, listen, that's why it's called get it off your. It's called get it off your chest. This is called get it off your chest. And listen, hey, you want to come clear it up, bro? You come on the show. It's cool. Like, but right as it stands right now, bro, listen. So you was a part of my brother in this getting blackballed in the NFL, and that's where we're gonna go with this. So in that year, your second year, on this team on offense, you got what? You got Roddy White.
How's everybody?
You got Ryan, Matt Ryan, and his y'all the same age. Y'all the same age, same class. Y'all came in the same round. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think he came in earlier because he left college earlier because he played with Big Ty Johnson. The offensive lineman that I played AAU basketball with. And he played with Treble, DeJuan Treble, and both from Cincinnati, Ohio. But you had Matt Ryan, you got Roddy White, Julio Jones, Tony Gonzalez.
And listen, if I tell you about Tony Gonzalez, if I tell you about our strength conditioning coach during that time, bro, we playing against grown men. You hear me?
Yeah.
Grown guys, 350 and above on defensive line.
Yeah.
This fool thought lifting kettlebells was going to prolong us throughout the season. Bro, you know who we playing against? And that's the issue. Like, bro, he wanted
y'all to do calisthenics, though.
He wanted to do calisthenics, bro, playing professional football. And they was letting him get away with it. I'm like, no wonder y'all can't sustain when it comes playoff time.
Right.
All that stuff y'all did during the offseason to get y'all ready for the season. That's why, listen, bro, back then, that's why Atlanta was so hot during the first part of the season.
8-0. 8-0, y'all were.
After that, everything started doing because we lifting kettlebells.
Right.
So, bro, that ain't no workout.
That ain't it. And obviously, for you.
And I had a problem with that.
Right.
Because it's just me voicing, man, I'm going to voice my opinion.
Yeah.
It's an issue. Yeah. That's neither here nor there. But that's the reason why Atlanta didn't win that 20 years.
Right. And I just want to put things in perspective for the viewers and the audience and the people who going to watch this and listen to this. So, like, when it came to that second season, right? He's already, told you that he, not happy. It's a different type of organization, how it's run compared to Minnesota. And I'm talking about from the top, and the C-level executives down to the general manager to the coaching staff is a totally different, atmosphere in Atlanta, because they're not, Atlanta is in the NFC South. They've been to 2, so they never won the Super Bowl. Atlanta's a destination place for a lot of people. And, everybody who lives in Atlanta, they're from other places, right? And so it's kind of like Miami and Los Angeles. But anywho, so you guys are doing well, right? You guys are in the Super Bowl, at the middle of the season. I think you're like 8-0. Y'all play
What was rolling?
Y'all was rolling.
11-0.
Yeah, y'all
lost to
y'all lost to the Saints.
We lost to the Saints, and that's where everything.
And that's when it changes. That's when it changes. So y'all playing. You guys are playing. You playing the Saints. Is it in New Orleans or is it in Atlanta?
It's in New Orleans.
It's in New Orleans. So you're already familiar with these guys because you obviously in 2009, 2010 you lose to them. So you're going to New Orleans, new team. Hopefully new energy. Your team is rolling just like that team in 09, 2000, 2010, like straight, just like the Falcons were doing, just like your old team was doing, right?
Yeah.
So you go here, you've still been frustrated because your playing time is not, to your liking, right? You're not being able to contribute the way you want to contribute, and they paid you this money, right? So now, walk me through that game. So matter of fact, walk me
that week.
Yeah, walk me through that week.
So the week even before this game, I go talk to the head coach,
which is
Mike Smith.
I
go talk to Mike Smith like, yo, what's up, man? Like literally, like you said, you got a problem, come talk to you. So I'm coming to talk to you like a man. This dude, Corey Bierman, is not better than me.
Corey Bierman.
So I'm like, why is y'all rotating him more than me? He getting more playing time than me on the. We're going to change that. We're going to make sure we play you this, that, and the third, da. Cool, bet. Okay, we got that situated. Practice, we doing that, just that. I'm playing more. Right. Okay, cool. We get to the game, third play, sub me in. Okay. Now I'm on the bench for a bit. I'm going, okay, it's a run. So I go in and run. I'm like, bruh. So we lose.
Right.
So we go in, we have everybody come up. I'm not going up to shit. I'm going to take this motherfucking shit off and go get my ass in the shower. So we cutting out. I said, everybody stop.
Now, who's saying this?
Mike Smith.
Right.
I told everybody to come up. I looked him right in his face and kept cutting my shit off. He walked over there and I looked him dead in his face. I wish he would. But just like that, he turned his happy.
What was he about to do, Ray?
I don't know what he's about to do. He's about to get his ass whooped. I tell you that.
At this point, are you standing up or you sit down at your locker?
I'm standing up. I'm taking off the tape off my feet. Didn't I tell you to stop?
Oh, shit.
I looked at him just like this.
Now, big
and kept cutting.
Big homie. Now, when he says that, and now this energy is negative energy on negative energy, right? And does anybody else see it? Like, does anybody else?
Oh, everybody saw it.
Everybody
saw it because he's calling up the team. I'm like, bro, I'm not. He talking, but I'm cutting off my tape. I told you guys to stop cutting that goddamn tape. You already lost my respect. You told me to come talk to you like a man. I come talk to you like a man. You still pulling this bullshit?
And he reneges on you.
And you know what I mean? So, bro, I respect you.
Right.
And that's why they couldn't cut me from detrimental to the team. Because there was nothing I did that was detrimental to the team. You lied to me as a man, bro. And as a man, that's all you got is your word to me. And you break your word, bro. Listen, you walk up to me like you don't do something, bro. I promise you.
I mean, and I know, and I've seen Mike Smith. Like a lot of those players. I used to work at the Mall of Georgia Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Shout out to Chrysler Dodge Jeep Mall of Georgia, Mr. Cappy. But I used to work there, and we used to, sell them. When he used to come up there, and he, I mean, like when you say he coming up to you, like this dude is like. He like 5'9", bro. Like 5'10" on a good day. Like he ain't a big dude, bro. So he coming up to you, and y'all again. You're a professional. You're a veteran you're a veteran at this point in the league. You're 26, 27. So that happens. Everybody sees it. All right. What happens? Like he says his little speech, to the team, and then what happens after that? Like is it the next day?
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Nothing happened. They called me probably, I think they might have called me Monday or Tuesday to let me know I was released.
Wow.
That was it. Him and, I forgot, I think it was Dimitrov.
Right.
That was his name, GM.
The GM, he used to be the GM of the Patriots and all that. But I think he was part of that team, that group with the Patriots, and they ended up having.
I have no idea.
He ended up being one of those guys who kind of grew from the Patriots organization and building these teams and whatever.
They called me and let me know. I'm like, cool, whatever. I had a couple more trials after that. I could have kept playing, but I just got frustrated, man. Because it just
when it comes to that, now they cut you, right? They pay you they pay you, you pay you up, right? Pay your money up to get you off the team, right? Now at this point, right, you like again, you didn't have a good, you have a lot of stats, your stat line here in Atlanta weren't great, right? It wasn't,
No,
I mean,
not at all.
they weren't even close to what you were doing in Minnesota, but a lot went into why, right? Again, we talked about it. We talked about your mental health, right? You're not being able to be the father that you needed to be because you were away from your son, right? Being in the whole, being in Atlanta wasn't an issue, but again, the organization, the way that the Minnesota Vikings ran their organization opposed to the Falcons, how they ran their organization was totally like night and day, and in a good way for the Vikings. Again, you like they say, you don't know what you got until it's gone type stuff, but
it's gone for
right.
sure,
And
for
so,
sure.
and so you get here, you're having success, but you're not having individual success, and you're not being able to contribute to the team like you want to. And at this point, you're at the prime of your life. So this situation happens, and then of course, I think what that just one situation, I don't think that led to them kicking you out the team. I think that it was a combination of an accumulation of, you was doing your thing, like you was there for business. You want a rah-rah, energy type of person, gonna get people up. Like, and I think I think they looked at that type of stuff and like, oh man, well, he not giving us production. He da. And then all those guys are gone the next year. Right, they gone the following year after having, because the rest of the season actually went downhill. Actually, like it was not.
Yeah, because it was like I said, from top to bottom, those guys didn't run the organization how it should have been. Right. I'm just gonna keep the being.
That's 100%.
The strength and conditioning. That's you, bro. If you ain't strong come playoff time,
bro, wrong.
Everybody else strong,
bro.
And wrong. It shows on tape.
Right.
Back. Like you can go back and look through the first 10 games. Oh, rolling. Those seasons I'm there. But when it comes to playoff time, they can't move nobody off the ball.
Right.
They can't do this. They can't do that. They can't block.
Right.
Yeah, you in that fucking left kettlebells.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, let's keep it a bang.
Hey, like out here doing wide receiver workouts. Cornerback.
Right, they loving it. The running backs and wide receivers and cornerback.
We love that, baby. Give me that kettlebell. I don't care about those squats, bruh.
Right, but I'm like, bro, I gotta fight a double team, let alone. Granted, everybody talking about, oh, your stats weren't like that in Minnesota. Yeah, because in Minnesota, I actually had an equal opportunity to go get the quarterback.
Right.
I didn't have to follow it. I was basically a traveling defensive end. I traveled with the tight end.
Right.
And like that's not the same. Granted, me and John tried to work it out like, John, all right, man, you play the right, I'll play the left. Me and him was like, cool. But the coach was like, no, we don't want that.
And John Abraham's he's a veteran by this point.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be
Hall of Famer.
Hall,
he's
gonna be a Hall of Famer. So, like I said,
John Abraham,
like I know what the bread is butter there, but like, come on, man, like we both getting paid here,
right?
Like that was your job, just saying that, oh, you gonna be just a strong side defensive end. I like I said, I wouldn't have came here, but that was never
expressed to you.
Expressed to me,
right?
I'd have went to Miami. Because Miami I had offered to go to Miami as well.
Man, boy, that would have been nice.
So
I don't know, big homie. Hey, you got 2 kids. Your ass probably had 7 kids going to Miami, but you had to get that thing snip quick, but real. Like so anywho, they ended up letting you go. Right. And now you say you could play it again, but I just felt like they ended up.
I just wasn't in the mode. I just wasn't in the, literally, like my coach Dunbar, shout out Coach Dunbar, who's the defensive line coach with the Steelers right now.
Shout out.
He was in, funny thing is, he was in the Jets. He was like, man, you can play for me. I told him, like, bro, coach, I ain't trying to come. I'm not even in player mode, bro. Like, I'm going to box, man. Like, I just need a different scenery. I wish I probably would have, like I said, I wish I would have went back and stole a couple more checks. Yeah. I didn't stole a couple more, redeem myself.
Yeah.
But at that point in my life, I really just wanted to be a father.
Yeah.
No, I really wanted to be a father at the end of the day.
Really?
Like, I'm just gonna be in my kid's life.
Would it be fair to say that the business aspect of football, when you got to, because it's business when you get to college too. A lot of people don't know. This is a fun fact for you aspiring young,
It's all
athletes.
business. After high school,
it's
once you start getting paid,
It's business, especially now with the NIL. You know what I'm saying?
It's a business.
It's a business. But when you were in college, before NIL, when people actually stayed for like 4 years, 3 or 4 years, like I didn't know this until my freshman year of college. Hey, spring football is for a reason. It ain't just to, be running around out there. Spring football is designed for college football. It's designed for the second string, third string, and walk-on players, right? And some first string people, some college scholarship people who haven't been doing well, whether on the field or off the field. It's a measurement stick, and like at the end of it, you have what you call, just like in NFL and NBA, called an exit meeting, right, with your coach, your head coach. And in college, like this is when I found out my freshman year, like, I'm sitting in the office with the coach, Coach Griffin. Shout out Coach Griff. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be on my show too. That dude right there, that's my dude. But anywho, he goes over this. He got this whole file on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my classes and my production and on the field, like all this. And then he kissed me with the da-da-da-da-da-da. Then he's like, so I'm going to go ahead and re-sign you for another year. I'm like, re-sign for another year? He had me sign this contract. And it was my scholarship for the next year. And so I'm like, wait a minute, I thought this not a 4-year ride. Nah, this is a performance-based, what can you do for my team based? And this is at UT Martin, bro. Like, so I'm like, so that's when I knew it was business, and that's why I played with so many different people, because, everybody didn't get to keep their scholarship. But so it's even that much more intensified in the NFL. So you boxing. So you had a couple of workouts though. You did get a couple of workouts when it came to the NFL.
Yeah, I went to the fun thing, I should Seattle and 49ers.
Yeah.
But like I said, bro, when I tell you my passion for it was so gone at that point. So even after that season, like, bro, I'm like, okay, I get picked up again, but
they took it from me, bro.
But I was like, let me just go beat him. But the only thing that really took it from me, I started being able to be around my son every day. Yeah. And like I said, I'm a family guy.
Right.
In every aspect of sports where I thrive, it was a family atmosphere.
Right, correct.
That didn't come from it.
Right. That family thing, man, that's like another reason why I got the family I have, man. I didn't have much of a immediate family growing up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like to be a part of something, to have people love you, unconditionally, to have a place to come home, you know what I'm saying? And just have unconditional love around you, and an abundance of love is something that, I always yearned. You yearn is, growing up, because it was always business. I had a little, probably more, we had fun in high school. I had fun in high school. I had fun in middle school, but like, the fun was cool, but the after, because I'm like, oh man, like,
now you're going home to,
I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm sleeping to. I don't know where I'm sleeping tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what helped us become who we are now, and who we continue to become as we continue to climb vertically. So you ain't happy, you unhappy, you're not putting your full effort when you go into these interviews to continue your career, because you at the prime of your life. So you start boxing, and you had picked that up during the lockout, something that you always wanted to do, and you always wanted to box.
Yeah, I was wanting to box. Like I said, I was young. When I was young, and I was, I was bigger than everybody.
Bigger than every fucking body.
So everybody always thought I was older than I was. And I tell you, I believe I fought more grown-ups when I was an adolescent.
Boy, y'all, hey, listen, this man, I could talk for days. I'm telling you about this. My mama got a story about that. My mama got a story about that when we was in the 6th grade. Ray ain't playing, y'all. He wasn't playing. He had a lot of aggression up in him, bruh. Pent up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I believe I fought more I fought more adults as a kid than I did fought as an adult. Yeah. Like, that's crazy when I sit back and think about it. But I just enjoy it. And one that I always had to protect myself. Right. And I had to protect other people around me, like my sisters. And even though, like I said, I'm the youngest, but I was bigger than everybody.
Right, correct.
So it was always a fighting thing with me, but I always enjoyed boxing. I always enjoyed how, just once again, it's mano a mano, just like football. It's mano a mano.
Yeah. Yep.
Can't whoop me.
Right.
And it's just something I definitely want to learn. And I was like, this is my next step. You know me, if it catches my attention, I'm doing it.
Right. Now, do you think if you, obviously if you had did this, I mean, from when we were adolescent, right? And then football would have been like your second nature, right? Like, did you think about that? Like when you were doing it, because you got, obviously, coming into it at 27, start, tasting a little bit at like 20, 24, 25. And then you kind of like, I'm going to do this shit full time at 27. Like, and did you think like, damn, I wish I started doing this when I was younger?
I did, but like I said, I did fight. It just wasn't regulated.
It wasn't with gloves, my boy.
It wasn't with no gloves, but just catching these hands for sure.
Hands, boy. So,
but I wish I would have started it earlier. But like I said, every path is your path.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
right.
I just took it and ran with it and did what I did with it. I still had a chance to share the ring with a world champion and Deontay Wilder. Got to know a world champion and Andre Ward. And just a whole bunch of those other guys that I continue to watch to this day, either inside the ring or outside the ring, because a lot of them got podcasts now. A lot of them retired, like Andre. So it's the way he's transformed. Like I try to tell people, man, life is a series of adjustments, man. And just whoever can adjust it better is going to be successful and be at peace in life.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's another educational fact of today, all right? Don't worry. We highlight that. We're going to highlight that when I edit all this stuff. So you're boxing. You have some success in it, right? But boxing is expensive, right? Like
super. Especially when you're doing it yourself,
right? And that's what I was going to get to. Like you spending your own money on this. You spending your own money, and at one point though, you end up coming, bro. You end up getting across. You come across, Emmanuel Lewis, right? Stewart. Excuse me. My bad, Stewart. Mm-hmm. My bad. Disrespect. I'm thinking somebody else. Emmanuel, rest in peace. I mean, legendary boxing trainer, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, the list goes. I mean, on and on and on. World-renowned trainer. He knows talent when he sees it. And he training. He sees you in the gym and you talking to him, and he's checking. He like looking at you, checking you out, and like, bro, you can box, bro. Like, and you're a football player. You an athlete. But he sees something in you. How was that? Like, again, we talking about Emmanuel Stewart, a legend, another person that you and I watching growing up. Like, man, that, like, I see this dude on pay-per-view fights, bro, in the corner with, Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. Again, you done been around a lot of stars. That's one thing that, NFL and, you play boxing, like you were able to be, around some people that we used to, like, we watched on TV, right? And him being
Absolutely.
One of them. How was that, bro? Like, how was...
It was, me, it's great. Like I said, from a young age, all I do is pay attention to details. Like, he taught me a couple things. Okay, do this, do that. Like, it was just being a sponge. That's just me and who I am. Just being a sponge, being around him, teaching the game, especially something like I said, something that I didn't know what it was. Like, I didn't know what all it took. I wish he would have been around and I could have actually been under his tutelage for a long time to get better at it, because I believe I would have had him as my coach. I'd never been a world champion without play.
100%. I remember you was on the show. I was watching, I do all my research, I know the stuff in between that I'm like, that I probably would have missed before we jumped on this podcast. And, I'm watching it, you're on I think Rome is Burning, one of those shows. I think ESPN, the First Take, I don't know. And he like, you had the same thing. He like, hey, he think I can be one of the best, and I remember the anchor was like just taken back. What? Really? Like, just because I played football. We talk, like, that's what people like, that's what entertainment and like shows and stuff, they hype shit, bro. Because you like this. You talking about football. There's the most athletic person, like a person who's 6'5", 270 pounds, and they can run a 4.5, 4.4, 4.5, 4.4, 4.6. I don't like. It can bench press 350, squat 600. You know what I'm saying? Chase down a skinny person, bro, and they can run like more than 5 seconds. Like, how you skinny, you run from a fat person, and you like they gonna stop. Like, y'all, you ain't stopping though. Like, you're not stopping.
Line, baby.
You ain't stopping. So Like it killed, it just trips me out, when he had me, how can you believe that? Like, why wouldn't you, this is what you're doing. This is what you're spending your money on. This is what you're training on. Like, why wouldn't you? But if you don't believe in yourself, how you expect for other people to believe in you?
But even we seen that even with I think everybody pretty much probably seen that the interview with the young Serena and the young Venus when they told him, I'm gonna be a world champion. And they kept answering, well, what makes you believe that? Because at that point, they daddy put that in there.
Right.
We're gonna be a world champion. They already told us, don't try to. A black person with confidence scares America. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
That's it.
A black person with confidence and belief in themselves, well, they scared of.
I believe that. I believe that for sure. I know that.
So
I don't believe it. I know it.
Yeah. Like, who are you to believe in yourself? Like, I'm me.
Right. Right.
Just that. And that's how I've been my whole life. Like, I won't fail until I fail.
Right. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what I'm doing.
No, you got to bank on yourself. If no one else is gonna believe in you.
Why would somebody believe in you?
If you don't believe in yourself. That's number one. Young people, you hear that, learn it, love it. The young people,
actually
old
work
people,
to actually get it. You know what I mean? Actually work where people, like I said, part one yesterday, people was willing to help me because they're like, he helping himself.
Yeah.
Like they was willing to help me because I was actually helping myself before looking for a handout. Quit looking for a handout and just go put your work in.
Just go do it. Yep. And then people will be attracted to that, man.
Yeah.
And that's been one of your biggest traits. You dabbled in boxing. You dabble in the clothing line. You know what I'm saying? And I still got that one shirt. I got that one shirt. I wear that.
You should know. It's another one.
Yeah.
The myth coming out. We working, but
yes, I like it. I need some of that. I still got the true
True ink,
bro.
Yeah, it's still alive.
I still got that shirt, man. You're an entrepreneur. You did modeling. Do you still do some modeling, or you just?
I do it now, though.
You do it like on the personal level, right? So
on the personal level, yeah, from stuff and like that. Yeah.
Right. So you do the modeling. I remember once upon a time you're like, man, if I could do it all over again, I'll go back and I'll get my degree in theater. You know what I'm saying? Does that still stand true? Like,
I mean, I would.
You in that damn school, boy.
I finished though. I got my degree in psychology, so I finished it. Yeah, school, man. Because at the end of the day, school is. I'm sorry. It's
a racketing scheme, my boy.
It's definitely a racketing scheme. It's a means to an end, but it's a
brother. Like, hey.
So, you want to go and learn the business vernacular,
right?
Definitely,
right.
And how to talk and things of that nature. But ain't nothing like, saying putting your boots on and getting to work.
Yep, nothing like it, my boy. So yeah, you done it. I mean, you done it all.
I'm gonna continue to do it all because at the end of the day, you got to, man. You can't let this world put you in park because it'll definitely put you in park. They convince you to go get a job and work that job for 30 years, but the same people that can feed you, the same people that can starve.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying, you can look at the economy. If you working for a company and they shut that company down, now how you going to eat?
100%. There's so much.
And they don't care about you not eating.
Nope. Because so much, I'm a person that, I used, I was in, a lot of people probably do, but I use it, got it from football. I control what I can control, and I work through the uncontrollables. Example, what's a controllable, right? What's an uncontrollable? An uncontrollable is, right, I'm driving, it starts raining outside. That's called Mother Nature. It's raining on me, it's raining on my car, it's raining on everybody else's car. Now, but you know what? I can't control the rain, but I can control how fast I drive in the rain, right? So you control what you can control, you work through the uncontrollables, and and it may sound cliche, but as you know, it's a cliche for a reason because cliches are true. That's one thing I've always, respected about you, man, is your resiliency, my boy. Your resiliency, bro, your ambition, bro, and you really gonna go and try it. Like if it's on your brain, bro, if it's feasible, if it's achievable, you gonna go. You literally, even if it's not achievable, you still gonna try it, man. You have worn many hats at your young age of 40 because you just turned 40 in January, and so you know, at the highest level in the NFL. You almost went to a Super Bowl. You played with stars, you know, you played with some superstars. You was a star. You've been around stars, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even get the chance to even ask you about when you saw Gabrielle Union for the first time. And you know, but Brian McKinney, he gonna put me on. He the superstar man right there. That man down.
That's a superstar man.
That's
right
the
there.
superstar man right there. So, but you know, you done been. I watch the ESPYs every year. I remember you going to the ESPYs. I'm like, big homie at the ESPYs, just like, bro, I can't believe it. But you know, you done all these things. You're a father. You know, you a brother. You know, you're a son. You know, you are a friend. Right? Like you wear so many hats. You know, and so many people like, you know, that we grew up with. They look at you as a football, like Ray Edwards, football player. That ain't who you are. That's just what you did. And I think a lot of people get that. It kind of makes you start hating football because sometimes that's all people want to talk to you about. Like, oh man, you
pigeonhole,
huh?
I call them pigeonhole. They put you in the box.
Yeah, they do put you in the box, and they just think that's who you supposed to, like. That's who you are.
Tell anybody any day of the week. That's what I did. That's not who I am.
Yeah, it almost crushed me. You know, like that's why, like, again, more than half people that know me outside of that don't know me from, you know, beginning. Like most people who know me in Georgia, they don't even know I play football. You know, because I start talking, I'm like, I just play college football. They didn't want to talk to me, and just go down this rabbit hole, like. And I'm like, you know, and then you know, I want you to get to know who I am. You know, I want you to the person that you know, the character that you were attracted to. That's what I want. That's what I want to talk. Let's base it off of that. Like, so, you know, I can't imagine for you because you got the size too. So everybody like, man, you.
I don't imagine it though. I don't mind it because I read something the other day. Most people only get to witness greatness. It's rarely that people get to live it.
Yeah.
So they are attracted to people who actually live greatness.
Right.
That's why people watch football. That's why people watch basketball. That's why people watch all these sports,
right?
Entertainment, because to them that's greatness. That's something they will never be able to do.
Yeah, I did. Hey man, I ain't never heard nobody put it that way, my boy. That's so wise. You're always ahead of your time, my boy. So as we talked about, as I mentioned in this, you know, and we gonna wrap this up here soon. And how I mentioned in this, we talking about Ray Edwards Jr. I call him Ray. I call him Big Homie. He's accomplished a lot of things in his life. From, you know, he giving the wrong end of the stick, the short end of the stick, as most of us are. You know, a lot of us are, right? The wrong end, the short end of the stick. And then, bruh, he literally like, you know what? I'm going to glue more pieces on this mug and make this part of the stick longer. He became a All-American in high school, 3-sport athlete. He was finished second in his class in high school. Could have been finished first. Had the opportunity to go to many schools. I mean, every school offered him a scholarship almost. He's one of the best players in the state, one of the best players in the country in high school. He goes to Purdue on a scholarship. He plays there for 3 years. He has a mentor there in Sean Phillips, kind of shows him the ropes, gets him, you know, the agency, gets to the NFL, gets almost to the Super Bowl, plays with some of the, you know, Hall of Fame level players. He's a star. You know, he goes to Atlanta. He finishes in Atlanta, you know, and all this stuff, and he ain't not happy. He's not happy with himself. He's not happy internally. Right. So he finished with football, and this is when he starts growing into the man that he is today. And it's through reading, it's through guidance, it's through energy, it's through higher powers, whoever your higher power may be. Ray, you've been his testimony, my boy. You've been an example. You have all these accolades. Your profession became a professional boxer. You know, you have 2 beautiful children. You know, you own your own home. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's called success.
Don't forget about my writing, my boy.
Listen, don't forget. That's what I'm about to end with. That's what I'm about to end with. And then, of course, something that a lot of people don't, again, they won't know unless they ask you, unless they get to know you. You know, you're an author, or you're a writer of motivational, you know, messages. You know, your poetry, your art, you know, I received it. He's written one book, and I have it right here. Just a second, my crew. Hold on. This camera may follow me. I got it up on my bookshelf.
That's all good. Don't worry about it.
You know, his first book, he wrote it himself, put his money into it. All right. From My Brain to Your Eyes. Right. You know, this was your first one that you put out, that you did, right?
Yeah.
This is your first one.
Absolutely.
This is when I saw this thing right here, y'all. When this man was doing this, I'm like, this is when you took me for a win. I'm like, this man out here writing, bro. Like, this is when you start growing into who you are. You took a trip to Kenya, right? You took a trip to Africa.
Yeah, Africa.
Right?
Yeah.
You took a trip to Africa, man, and like you were already on the level, you know, spiritually and trying to lock in, right, to your higher power. So you go to Africa. Tell me, bro, what did that do to you?
There was a couple of trips that changed my life, but Africa definitely was one, in the sense of just feeling one at home and then feeling a power that was something I never felt being here. Then I went to Jamaica, then I went to Costa Rica. Like, I went to all these different places and saw one, got it a whole lot better than most. You know what I mean? And it's our duty, I feel like, to change not only our culture here, but also help change the culture of everybody else to look like us around the world. So I just thought, and then me getting into writing was also a way of therapy. Like I said, I was close to taking my life. That helped me get all the emotions and everything, because I didn't have nobody to talk to. One, I didn't know that back then. What's that, about 13 years ago? Yeah. Wasn't nobody going to talk to no therapist like that for real. This is really happening in the last 5 years, definitely after the pandemic.
Right.
About being okay with that and things of that nature. I just started sitting down myself and I just started writing. Now, one, I always liked writing. Like I said, I was a straight A student. So
yeah.
English, I had to do some type of writing in English.
Yep. Shout out Miss Bruni.
Yeah. So I had to, sit down myself and just continue to write. Now, once I started writing, I was like, you know what? Let me try poetry. Then I just kept writing, and it just got better and better over the years. And I just enjoy it. And now it helps me get my thought out and help me. Because at the end of the day, we all libraries.
Right.
And I want to try to leave as much as myself here for maybe the next generation to understand what it's going to take for them to become who it is they want to become.
Right. And every morning, you have a group, you have a list, of some of your closest people in your life, the closest people in your life, and you send us, man, like, my wife, myself, and there's a few other people, even my daughter. You send us, some your poetry, a message. I'm talking about y'all every day. And then I'm telling you, man, I live my life on this, man. Like this stuff, like you give me stuff, bro. I told you, like, bro, it's some stuff like, especially during this journey, as I wanted to start this podcast, like during this journey, and I'm trying to, I almost trying to open up a dealership, I try to do a few things, and my journey, and my journey's not over, right? Like,
never.
So
ain't
like,
over till you're on the ground.
None, and you always, you encourage me in all avenues. He was going to support me in the car business, trying to do the car thing and in the podcast. And I'm pretty, I try to be as independent as I can, you know what I mean? So it's like, I wanted to do this. I want to do this on my own. And, you gave me the encouragement and you blessed me with the, you my first guest on my first episode ever. And, and like, yo, man, the messages that you send me in your poetry, my boy, I'm saying, like, bro, that.
You got to. I think we have to feed each other, man. That's what I'm all about. Like I said, whatever aspect I was in the league, I thrive better when it's a family.
Yeah.
No, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck with you. At the end of the day, the motherfucker we got to 47th President Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all these people, everybody, to get where they are, they had to have people there to help.
Yeah.
And even now, running their businesses, they got people work for them.
Yeah.
Everybody needs somebody. But my thing is, find people that you can attach yourself to that gonna have your back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck if you was trying to open up a motherfucking ice cream stand. Yeah. What you need from me, T?
It's true, y'all. This is a true story. And it again, it's a two-way type of deal. Like, you know, if I'm a different type of person, then he ain't not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so I kind of pride myself on how I carry myself as well, because we know we got homeboys and homegirls who they still ain't got it figured out. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, you just pray for those type of people. But I tell you, man, you know, my family, you know, I appreciate, you know, sending us those messages, you know, because that stuff, I'm telling you, bro, and I told you, there's a few of them I'm like, yo, man, I feel like you were talking right to me, man. And so it's, you know, it's helped uplift me. It's helped me get to actually doing this, right? Doing something that I enjoy doing, which is talking. I have the gift of gab, right? But I also want to just be able to give exposure out there to also, you know, educate, you know, to elevate, as I like to say here at 1317, you know. And then, you know, you're finishing up another, you know, your second book, right? And so, you're finishing up your second book, and what's it entitled?
That book is going to be called "I'm Quiet But I Speak Too."
I'm quiet,
you know, because words are very quiet.
Yeah.
If you're not speaking them out loud, they're quiet. Yeah. But that's why it's called that, because the book is very quiet, but if you read them, and it's gonna speak to you. I guarantee you.
And like, when it comes to you're ready to get that thing published, like, where would people be able to buy that? Would it be something that
I'm building out a website right now, not only for my poetry and my books and my writings, but also for my T-shirts and clothing as well.
Excellent.
The T-shirts and clothing will be on the same. The T-shirts and the books will be on the same thing, but I have another one for Myth. Myth is a different one.
So ain't no more. And you know, I'm on. We're gonna promote this thing on social media. We're gonna promote those things on social media as well.
For sure, absolutely.
And so, you know, hey, before we get up off of this, hey, there's one more thing that we want to end with. So we were talking about this yesterday. You know, you've known for your, you know, physical, you know, your physique. You know, he takes care of his body.
Gotcha.
He's a vegan. You know, he used to be 6'5", 270. That's when he was playing. He didn't need to carry all that anymore. So you're a vegan now, and you know, you slim. You look like a basketball player. You know.
Yeah, I get that all the time now. You play for it.
Yeah,
like,
so you know,
I don't play for nobody no more.
No more. But he's you know, he's in shape. He's at the gym like two times, once or twice a day, easy. And you know, and then of course you eating healthy. You and my wife Kelly, you're vegans. I commend you. It won't be long that I'll be joining that show as well, the vegan show. I do meat. We already do meatless Mondays. Pause. Right. So. I do meatless Mondays, my butt.
I know it's coming sooner or later.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, with your physical specimen, you know, the ladies love you, Ray, and the ladies love you. So right now,
I love them back.
You love them back. So, you know, Ray loves the ladies. He loves them back. I'll be putting his social media contacts up here, you know, so you can reach out, support. The key is support. I don't need you lusting over him. But you know, I need you to support him. But with that being said, it was one time in your life that somebody used your profile to catfish someone. Tell me about that, bro, because I had found out about that just days ago, and I'm like,
it was crazy.
So, bro, tell me what, real quick, briefly, tell me, bro.
It was just like somebody reach out. It's, first of all, I done got so many DMs and
100%
instant messages talking about, is this you? I'm like, baby girl, no, that ain't me. Like, but it's just so happened that somebody actually got catfished by the people on Catfish or whatever. I don't know how it happens, but
we're talking about the TV show Catfish.
TV show Catfish, yeah, that happened. Was that it actually long time ago, almost 2020, I believe, and that was crazy all in itself. Like, how do you get catfish during the pandemic?
Man,
but it happened. The guy used he used my picture. He used like, how you get catfished by 3 different, because it was 3 of us at the same time that this guy used all of our pictures.
Wow, bruh.
I'm just like, that's crazy.
Is it on, they got it on is it on the show?
It's on the show,
yeah.
It was on the show. But it was like the, you know, during 2020, during the pandemic. I got you, yeah. During the closing. You know, it's more Skype. It was more Skype and stuff of that nature.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Bruh, I tell you, bruh, nothing shocks me, bruh. Nothing shocks me. But listen, man, you and I, man, this probably be the longest show I ever had because, you know, you my brother. I had a lot to talk about. And we didn't get to talk about everything. I didn't get to talk to you about everything that I wanted to. But, you know, this
part 3, we can continue to run the show.
No, man, matter of fact, look, you're going to be a, you know, guest host with me sometimes, bro.
I'm here. I'm with it.
But this was very educational. This was very informal for you guys who, you know, didn't get who didn't know who this guy was, right? And now you got a better perspective on the person, Ray Edwards, and not the athlete, you know, Ray Edwards. There's two different, you know, that's two different things, right? You know, that's business and this is him. And sometimes we get wrapped up as fans about the business aspect of it, right? And these are people. And whatever mindset or, you know, perspective that you had on them, I hope that you have a different perspective. The title of this podcast is Get It Off Your Chest. And, you know, that's exactly what I want people to do, Ray. I want you to get it off your chest. Like, this is a conversation, and I'm going to get better and better at it. We're going to get better and better. The guests will be better and better. And it's all about how I present everything, right? And so, but this is what this is for. This is Get Off Your Chest podcast, right? I want you, like, you ain't playing football. You don't owe anybody anything. So at the end of the day, like, I appreciate you getting some of the things off your chest, and, you know, so people can get a peek into that world that you lived in and you're living in. And for the young people, this is a guy who, you know, he's a testimony of, you know, coming from bare minimum and getting everything out of it. You know, he gonna continue to climb, brother. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your love, my boy. You know, this is my brother
fails.
Forever. And so, man, I won't hold you any longer. But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ray Edwards Jr. We're going to follow him on Facebook. We're going to follow him on his Instagram. I'm going to post his stuff. Anything that he's doing, he has his book, From My Brain to Your Eyes. That's his first book. Then his second book, tell him again what it is, Ray, coming.
Yeah, I already know it. I'm quiet, but I speak too.
I'm quiet, but I speak too. That's coming soon. Be posting this content on my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Peace, blessings, and love. And again, here at 1317 Sports presents Get It Off Your Chest podcast. We aim to educate so we can elevate the listeners, the viewers, and the followers. Nothing but love. Deuces. Big dog, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother.
All right, boy.
Just like the demeanor, I'm feeding my fam. I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testified on